There's a stainless steel aluminium case painted green that somebody may have picked up by accident. If you pick it up, can you please bring it up to the front? It is missing, please.
Ready to go. Okay, welcome to the Geelong Open here at Slate 2020. Sitting alongside Dan Lynch here. I'd like to first of all thank Dan for the coming along again and providing Cue Ball TV. It's just tremendous to get Cue Ball TV out there to everyone. Thank you, Dan. We're currently up at the last 16. Sorry, is this last 16, Dan? Yeah, last 16 stage here. We've got one table going at the moment. We will have two for you shortly. We've currently got Ben Judge from WA playing Sean Salmon. If anyone doesn't know, I'm Phil Jones. I'll be starting off the commentary, and I'm sure we'll have some other commentators as we get closer to the final. Sean at the table now on the reds. Just roll that red into the middle. Looking good here on the reds. A couple of reds near the pocket and black in the middle of the table, so can't see really a problem for Sean here to get on the scoreboard. So race to 4 in the last 16. Just doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball here, just bring it out. Well, yeah, that's okay. Just drop it in and put the black here to the bottom corner. Doesn't need to travel too far with the cue ball. Just out in the middle of the table a little bit. Big effort from Sean. Known as Sean a while from Adelaide. He moved down, started coming into these comps. I'm not sure what his best effort is, but been here in the last 16, I would say it'd be one of his better efforts. We've had some big players, or big guns, already knocked out today. A few of them are drawing each other. Alec Abranardis, he lost, I believe, to Tim Dixon. Yeah, a couple of others. Still got some great players left. Who won the Jake McCartney and Rusty Wheeler match there? Yeah, we think Rusty. We're not 100% sure, but we'll find out soon. Joel Younger, the proprietor here at Slate, he's still going well, going strong. Joel's always gets to the latter stages of the tournaments. Great player, known Joel a long time, ever since he was probably about 13 years old actually. Just to confirm that, Rusty Wheeler did beat Jake McCartney. Jake McCartney in the round before that beat Ben Noonan, so Ben Noonan's out. Mark Robertson's out. There's quite a few of the top liners out. But we've still got some great pool for you to witness. Hopefully we get a lot of viewers today. Anyway, let's get onto this frame. Sean's at the table. Looks like he's eyeing off the reds. The reds appear to be the better balls here at this stage, I think. Just looking for a starter. Doesn't look like here on the screen that any of those reds there go into the middle pocket. Looks like he's forced to play the long one onto the one over the hole here. Just needs to cue it nicely. Well, it hasn't dropped. Must be an open table now. Ben at the table. Known Ben quite a long time. Great player, Ben. Great snooker player. 9-ball player. Plays everything. Ben travels all over the place. Take my hat off to him. He rocks up for all the tournaments. Has to travel a long way because he lives in WA, so not easy when you've got to fund your trips all the time. But he's doing well today. He's here in the last 16, so I know he struggled yesterday in qualifying. He said to me he was really struggling early, but here he is. So he's alive, and like I said, a lot of the big gunners have been knocked out. So big opportunity today for someone else to step up to the plate. Obviously, guys like Rusty Wheeler and Joel Younger are going to be very hard to beat from here. I'm not 100% sure who else is left in the field. Tim Dixon may be still alive, though. Ben's got good control here at the table. Yellows are very ugly, not in a great position here. Sean's going to have to come up with something good here to stay alive in this frame. Hasn't got a lot to go for. Perhaps he's going to play those two yellows one onto the other and take the red over the hole, and perhaps try and take control of that pocket, which would be a good option, which he's tried to do, but he hasn't hit it hard enough. The red from here still looks like it's available to that pocket. Only problem for Ben here may be the black. Black's sort of tied up around those yellows there. It may go into the left side centre pocket. Right side, actually, so right side centre pocket. He's taking that red. Not the best positional shot there by Ben. Could have played it a bit better. Left himself over near the rail. He's got two shots, so still a good opportunity to clear up here. Oh, that's a nice pot. Nice controlled shot there, Ben. Well, he should still end up with two shots on the black here. The three reds are... I can't see a problem him potting those. It's just a matter of where he gets on the black. Stun back. Yep, that's pretty good. Looks like he's got a nice easy angle there. Take that red in the corner, screw back, take the other, then leave an angle to come down for the black. Nice little slow stun shot there from Ben. This shot, he just needs to drag the white ball back down where that yellow, near that yellow on the side rail there, and looks like that black should pass into the middle. If not, he's got two shots anyway. So yeah, well, he's definitely come down far enough. It's hard to see on my picture whether that black passes or not. By looking at the way he's looking at it, I would say it does. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. Yeah, clearly it did. There we go, black down. 1-1.
Can I have the following to come and get their prize money? Scott Chamberlain, Tem, Shane Torchio, Chris Jones, Rabbit,
Ben.
Barry
1-1.
Ben Noonan.
Just heard that Tim Dixon's out, so that's another one of the top players who have been ejected from the tournament. We might have a couple of surprise packet players playing pretty deep in this tournament. Sean breaking off here in frame 3. Straight down the centre he's break from. Yeah, it's not a bad split. It's made a red. Reds definitely look like they're to go here. They've come out quite nice actually. got a couple of options. If you take the one near the back rail, I'd say first. Or the one into the centre. He's just weighing it up, whatever he prefers here. I think he's looking at the one in the centre. Perhaps leave an angle on the red by the yellow there to extract that other red there. Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Thought he might have just left himself a little closer to that. He's sort of drifted down the table a bit, but still okay. Just looking at that now, that extraction, if you can screw into the red and perhaps promote that red back near the middle pocket, or clear the yellow out of the way and red goes in the same pocket. Oh, he's hit that really hard. Hasn't come out the best, actually. The red's ended up by the rail. It's made this a lot tougher now for himself. Yeah, can't see him finishing up from here at this stage, but who knows? He's in the last 16. He's obviously playing well today.
If the following people can come up and grab their prize money, if they're in the room: Ben Noonan, Rahul Reddy, Alex Alvarez, Kev Harvey, Chuka, Shane Torchio.
Just leaning over there, make sure his shirt doesn't touch any of those balls there. May have just tried to cover up there. It's left a gap. It's left a gap for that yellow down the rail, or perhaps to go inside that red. There's an opportunity, nice opportunity here for Ben. It's got a fairly easy starter here with one closest to the cue ball near the rail. I'd say you just drop that one in first.
Mick Hodges, can you come to the front when you're not playing, please? Mick,
probably played a one into then the one into the centre after that. Unless he's looking at a different route. No, he's taking the one I said. Just roll this one in.
Dale, Gifford and Sam Mullins, can you come to the front, please?
Really good opportunity here, I think, for Ben here. The out is definitely on. It's just a matter of holding position with that cue ball. Just roll this one into the centre and then probably take the other yellow then into the opposite centre, I would suggest, but he may go a different way. Just having a look. Very deliberate player, Ben. He wants to take his time over his shots, doesn't rush. Very nice cueist. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the other yellow into the middle. That's a good shot. He just wants to leave himself a little angle here so he can just stun this in. Stun the yellow in that's on near the pocket. After he rolls this other yellow in, it's bottom corner. It's got a good angle here on the yellow. Well, he's a bit of a hiccup there for Ben. He's missed the yellow. Let's put Sean back at the table. Okay, we have another gentleman that's just dropped into the commentary box. My very good friend, Noah Cunningham. Noah, welcome to Cue Ball TV.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, it is much a pleasure to be here with the great Phil Jones in the commentary box here at the Geelong Open. And I'm watching my good friend, Jonesy, Sean Salmon, who happens to be a financial partner in this with me.
Right. Well, we know where your money's on here, don't we? We know who you're rooting for.
Let me tell you here, 1-1 and anything could happen.
Yes, that's right. I just thought Ben was actually going to go game there, but he missed this yellow down here near the bottom, and he's let Sean back at the table. Sean's obviously playing. I was just about to say, Sean's obviously playing real well today. He's here in the last 16. He's just missed a sitter there.
Guys, if any of you haven't played here in Geelong, it's a fantastic venue here that Joel Young has put on for us for this weekend, but the tables are running absolutely sweet. One thing that's a little bit different from the tables that we play on at Empire in Adelaide that you and I used to, Phil, is these middle pockets, and the pockets in general, are a whole lot tighter. You've really got to be on your game to try and pot these balls, don't you?
Yeah, no, you're right, Noah. I unfortunately played on a table down the back today myself, and it was a bit of a nightmare table to play on, and it wasn't easy at all. Nothing like Empire tables. So, but hey, you got to cop that. You go away, different conditions, different tables. You got to adjust your game. You got to be good enough.
Well, here we are in the last 16. It's race to 4. Dan here is providing the video feed, and it's one thing that we have as an absolute treat for pool players is to be able to see the players here playing in these tournaments that Dan supplies. Bit of commentary here from the great Phil Jones.
Well, he has. He's tried to play that one down inside that red, and all he's done is pushed the red over the hole and given Sean absolute control of his frame. If it was me here, I'd just be pumping that red into play that's on near the rail over there, near the middle pocket.
Good choice.
And trying to leave the cue ball probably dead on the rail, I'd say, but just promote it. Ben's got two awkward balls down there. He's got to get his hard ball into play.
Yeah. Sean was looking a little bit.
Don't agree with his shot. I don't agree. Get your hard ball out. Yeah. There's no reason to move that ball. That ball's on.
Sean and I happen to be sharing a Airbnb as we speak here in Geelong.
Oh, okay.
He was a little bit dusty this morning, Phil, but I think he's coming good now. That's not a bad shot, Phil. Look at that.
Yeah, it's okay. It was an opportunity though to get his hard ball out there. See now if Ben can get both his balls out in the open Noah here, right, it still leaves Sean with that one on the rail, and then he's still got to get on that. Whereas if he had that out in the open, then he still had his 3 balls in the open, and Ben's got his 2 hard balls to get out. So I just thought he fell a shot behind there by not getting that ball off the rail. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I was saying before you come on, a lot of the top players have been knocked out early today. Alec went out, Benny Noona's gone out. Who we got? Jake. Who won the Jake? Rusty won again? Rusty won, yeah. So Jake McCartney's out. Tim Dixon's out. Mark Robertson's out. So still got some great players, obviously with Joel Younger still in there and all that. But it's could be an opportunity for one of a lesser type player to perhaps get to a final or even semi-final. Or we'll see anyway, Noah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, if you just tuned in, Dan Lynch is providing the video feed here for the Slate Geelong Open for 2020. We're down to the last 16 and we've got Ben Judge and Sean Salmon, 2 formidable players here playing. out to see who is going to progress through to the last 8.
So I think Ben missed a trick too, that last shot. He only got one of his yellows out. I thought he could have got both out in the same shot there, but Sean's a red-hot favourite in this frame from here. Ben's going to have to do something remarkable or rely on Sean making a mistake to win this frame.
You know what, Phil? It seems to be 1 or 2 really, really good venues in each state that is able to support a tournament like this. And Joel and the crew here are great. You know, like they've had really, really good bar staff, really good service. The tables are playing really well. The organisation of the whole event has been really good.
Yeah, for sure. Dan's just provided us with some players here, Noah. You might want to just call these players. These are games, I think, currently running, are they, Dan? Or?
Yeah, the ones highlighted are the ones we've lost.
Right, okay. So.
Lost. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. We've got Jake McCartney has lost to Rusty, as we mentioned earlier. We're just trying to have a look at some of these other results as they come into the commentary box. Is that Pat Hood? Pat Hood that's lost to Rob
Bowens. Yep. Yeah, Patrick Hood lost to Rob Bowens.
Do you know, one thing, Phil, is last night witnessing the cow cutter, it is the biggest cow cutter I think I've ever seen. In my whole time of going around Berry and all of the various cow cutters that we've helped. I mean, we had players going for 1,500, 16, 17, 1,800.
Yeah, they
What was the highest, I think, what did Joel go for in the end?
I'm not sure. I wasn't here, but I heard I heard there's about 17,000 in the pool or something. So
absolutely massive pot for the cow cutter. Rusty was the first one to kick it off with a really, really big punt. I mean, we started going into the 900s of thousands, and Rusty backed himself for 1,500.
Yeah.
And I talked to Rusty earlier today, and I said, Rusty, what was it behind that punt? I mean, at the time, the big players were sort of going for 900, 1,000. And I said, Rusty, you've come in at 1,500. What made you want to buy yourself at 1,500? He said, Noah, all I wanted to do was get up the cow cutter. I wanted to get it big. And you know what? The guy's a genius. The Cheshire Cat. He got in there and he absolutely has turned around the cow cutter that I've ever seen in 30 years.
I've seen a couple of big ones recently, but this would have to be definitely one of the biggest. No,
I think it's the biggest.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yep.
That's quite a nice little shot
Big
Sean's
shot
played
Sean.
there. He's just clipped off the yellow. Left himself a pretty easy black.
Elementary black.
Yeah, they look elementary, but they still have to be made. You know, he might be feeling a little bit of pressure at this stage of the tournament, but just needs to stay still on this shot, knock it in the pocket.
Jonesy, if you're in the last 16, you are queuing sweet.
Yep, he cued that one nicely.
The fish is doing a very, very good job.
Yep, Sean Salmon, commonly known as the Fish, now leads 2-1. I know we've got a good match going on over the other side. I don't know what the current score is, but Joel Young is playing Paul Clack.
Dan, have we got any sponsors that we need to shout out to? No? The Slate Pool Lounge? How about that? Guys, if you're open to sponsorship, contact Dan Lynch. We'll put an address up here shortly and an email contact. If you want to have your name mentioned in the commentary at any stage for any of these events, come and get in contact. We can arrange a sponsorship and we'll give your business a bit of a shout out whilst we're here on the commentary of most of the big or the major events that are covered here. Dan has the exclusivity of all of these events, well, most of them anyway, and most of the big ones that everybody watches. And if you want to get in contact with you, we'll put a link to Dan's website up on your screen and see if you can support the great game.
Yeah, I think they're just having a toilet break here. I said Sean leading 2-1, race to 4. Boys will be back in a minute.
How about a shout out to the mule? I mean, I know he doesn't watch the two-shot game too much, but Barry Mavros,
Oh, Barry,
the
yeah.
commentator of the nation,
Yes.
that normally is around about. I think he's going to be over here for the 10 ball. Baz, if you are tuning in to the ping pong, what you like to call the ping pong, the two-shot game that everybody hates, no, we won't be like that. Barry Mavros, if you guys are watching the big ball or the American game, Barry Mavros is normally the commentator over there. He's going to be at Empire Pool Lounge commentating the 10 ball next weekend.
Yeah, just by we give that a little bit of a plug. We've got the 10 ball, it's the IQs, is that right? IQs,
Yeah, the
10
IQ.
ball.
$14,000 in prize money, Jonesy?
Yeah, I believe so. Mikey Cassiola is organising that event with Alec Abranatis down at Empire. As everyone knows, Empire is a great venue. I think one of the best venues in Australia. Might be a bit biased because I play there, my regular spot, but I've been around the place for a long time and I haven't been to many better venues than the Empire. Great place, you know, for 9 ball and 8 ball. So
Coming back in the game, we've got Ben to break, Sean Salmon 2-1 up. This is a race to 4. Anyone's game, Jonesy.
it is. Yeah, could be a real tight match. This one, I reckon, could go to the wire. Ben's broken off there. He's made a red. Just looking at the table, the yellows appear to be a better option, though. I reckon here. The fact that yellow down the bottom there is covering that red near the rail.
The one near the right-hand side?
Yeah, and all the rest of the yellows up this end appear to be fairly well out in the open. So do the reds, but the fact that yellow is covering that red, I would believe the yellows are better. I think this is what Ben is looking at too. He's taking this yellow near the corner. Well, he's...
That's not too bad. I think he's got away with that.
Yeah, don't know if he was trying to do that.
He could lock him up here. He could hook him up pretty good here, Jones, if you need to. Put the yellow over the pocket and leave the white dead behind the red.
Yeah, he could do that.
As a side note, Ben Judge is one of the biggest gentlemen of the game, you know, like from WA, he travels solo, he goes in most of these events.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing just earlier.
He's such a nice guy, isn't he?
Well, he's had a crack at that. Still, he's covered that red, so he's got a fairly good control. Sean's reds are nicely placed, apart from that red by the rail. The rest of them are okay. It's just a matter of whether he can extract that red somehow.
Yeah, he sort of wants to go, I think, if he can, Phil, pot this red in the side and roll that red down somewhere over a pocket if he can. The bottom right-hand corner here would be ideal.
Yeah, may go past there. Definitely needs to do something soon with that red by the rail, because you can't leave it there too long. Otherwise, Ben's just going to take control of the table and you're going to be in stride.
All those yellows are on, so he really needs to do something with them.
He may decide just to get on a double and double it, perhaps. Yeah, there you go. That's not a bad option. If he makes the double, he's the out's on. Double, and then he's got the red that's probably closest to the blue spot, as we say in snooker. That would probably pass here into the bottom pocket. It's just a matter of making this double first.
Get in there. What a shot.
Noah's riding it, but it's pulled up just a touch short. I think Ben will certainly attack here now. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes that yellow by the pocket and deep screws the cue ball back for one of these other yellows down here.
Well, it's been a really big turnout here at the Geelong Open. I haven't been here, Phil, for 10 years.
Haven't done it so long now, is it?
A bit of trivia. I was
10 years,
born in Melbourne, Box Hill, moved over to Adelaide, came back over here when I was 14 and a half years of age, lived in Newtown, Geelong, And this is the first time in 10 years since, I think Velo got us in a tournament which was in Belmont somewhere, I think. It was out there somewhere, over the bridge.
The White Eagle House?
Might have been the White Eagle House, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I haven't been back in 10 years, and it's a pleasure to be back here. The Slate Pool Lounge, ironically, Phil, this was the first pool lounge I ever stepped foot in.
Wow.
And I think it's changed ownership 3 times since Joel's had it.
Oh, okay, yep.
Not saying my age.
Yeah. Ben's got a good opportunity here. Probably take the yellow into the middle, come back down the table. I think they ended up with 266 entries this year, which is not bad. A little bit down on last year. I think Velo was probably looking for a few more, but still not too bad.
Well, each year we get a number of big events that happen around the country. The next major one is going to be in Berry. We're hoping to see Dan and the team down there at Berry, which he always is.
Yeah.
Taking the,
Yeah, Dan said he's booked his flight.
He's booked them already. Got to get in early, don't you, Dan?
Yeah, Berry's a great tournament. I've been coming to Berry, Geelong, Ballarat, all these tournaments for God knows. Probably getting close to 25 years now, I reckon. Perhaps more. Probably showing my age, but yeah. They're always great tournaments. And it's also great now to have Dan here and with Cue Ball TV. We're able to take it out to the world and show everyone the elite cueists that we have around the country.
Dan tries to make it to most of the big events, and he gets to all but around a couple, I think. But
yeah, as you know, it's costly exercise too. So any time that we can
help out, I mean, the sponsors really help out. So I mean, if you've got a small business out there, it doesn't take much. It's not a lot. Contact Dan Lynch and just say, look, we want a bit of a shout out. Yeah. And whether that's on the mic or some banner advertising or something, I'm sure we can help you out. But it's what brings the game to you guys on YouTube live, and it means that you can sign into the account and watch the great ball that's happening around the place.
Yeah. I reckon Ben's just trying to work out here which yellow to link up to get the black, because the black doesn't go into one of the bottom pockets and it doesn't go in one of the centre pockets. So it's just trying to work out where he wants it. He's taken the harder yellow on. I think that's a good shot because
it's a very good shot.
It's gave him an option now to come around on that black. I reckon he's going to leave himself just about a half ball on this yellow, the closest to us.
That eight's going in the same, his bottom right-hand corner.
That's right.
He's going to just stun back off this black, this yellow in the side.
Yeah.
Play the yellow to the corner, and the eight's going to go.
If he just rolls it in, he just leaves himself pretty much a natural angle. He doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball here. Oh, he's stunned into the red. Don't know that he needed to do that, but the angle he's left himself is fine. He should be able to come around no problem there, Noah.
Sure. Well, let me tell you,
back in the same pocket.
Ben is no stranger to long shots. He's a snooker player. He'll be able to run 2 rails here to get on that 8, and I think he's no problem.
Yeah.
He has come up a bit short, though.
Has come up short.
He's got the middle pocket, though, so
yeah, he has the middle.
Second prize.
Can be a bit tricky, these shots. You're sort of cutting back into blind pockets.
No, he's got this. He's fine.
I think so. I think he has, but
as much as I hate to say it, because my good buddy Fish, who I'm staying with, I need to win big time. Unbiased from the commentary booth, I might say. I don't think he's got it to the middle pocket, maybe. Has he?
Yeah, he has.
No, he's got it. He's got it.
There it goes. Yep. No worries. Down it goes. That's 2-2. Tight match we've got going here. Our usual commentator, Jamie Stevens, I believe, is still in the tournament, Dan. Is that right? Yeah. Jamie's going strong. He always says that Dan, I'll probably get knocked out early and I'll be in the commentary box, but he always says that, but there he is today and he's looking like he's heading for the last 16.
One of the things I really love, Jonesy, is the fact that all of these tournaments, these major tournaments that are run around the country, are so well orchestrated. I mean, when you consider we've got mixed doubles, I mean, that's where the lady and a gentleman play together. It's Scotch doubles. You've got that. You've got the Masters. You've got the singles. You've got the Blancs comp. You've got the non-qualifiers. There's so many things happening in this room at the moment. So much action. And then you've got cash games for the sneaky guy that wants to get on a table which hasn't been played on.
A sneaky guy. Perhaps another Cunningham for a sneaky
for
cash
20
game
or
here and there.
50.
Yeah, I love the
there's
cash
so
game.
much action happening in the room. It's so exciting. You'd only see when you're tuning in here from YouTube, all you see is you see one or two tables. But when you actually are at one of these events, listen to this. There you go.
Chasing people, and they won't do it anymore. So if you call it out and you're not there, you'll be forfeited. So if you ask them
Sean's broken off here, and
so hear that. That was an announcement for the Blancs comp. Every single table in the venue is taken by something. There's mixed doubles, there's Blancs comp, there's everything, the women's comp, and that's the best thing about these tournaments that we run here in Australia. You've got not only the main prize, but if you lose, you can go on a loser's comp. And if you lose that, you can go on a loser of a loser's comp. And if you lose that, the loser of the loser of the losers. And if you lose that, you can play some bloke off the street for money. I mean, the whole weekend's about playing pool.
yeah, sure.
Jonesy, what's going on in this game?
Okay.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win this frame? Well, Ben's Jordan's broke off, got it off, given Ben control of the tail. He's taken reds, and reds are looking strong, Noah. He's definitely got a good chance here to clear these reds.
That red on the right-hand rail down the bottom that you can see there, ladies and gentlemen, of your screen, is going to be the ball that wins the frame. If Ben can hold that red over the pocket,
he may play that one last and then have the black in the middle, Noah.
He might do.
I think he might just take this one and come back. Well, I reckon
that could be a mistake.
I think that was a mistake. I reckon he tried to come around that red because it was on in the same hole.
If the red here in the middle of the table passes that second red there, those two yellows underneath, and goes underneath, he might be okay.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I think he's going to be forced to take the red in the middle here, Noah. Perhaps play a little cannon.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm up for my Blancs comp, so I'm going to have to leave you with Phil
Noah's
Jones. I'll be back.
Noah's off to the Blancs comp, that's okay. Good luck, Noah. Okay, Ben's still at the table here. Noah's just had to leave the commentary box, go off and play his match in the Blancs comp. If anyone doesn't know what a Blancs comp is, it's basically for lucky losers. Anyone that didn't qualify yesterday in the main draw, and also first round losers of the main draw are eligible to play in the Blancs comp. So that's how you get in the Blancs comp. $10 entry, quite a few players, and some decent money to be made if you're good enough. Now, Ben's just taken that one, left himself an angle. He's going to have to take this one down the rail now. Just drift out onto the other red, the same pocket. Should be okay. Shots down the rail are always a little bit tricky, but player Ben Stan, I'd expect to get this. Oh no, he's hit it thick. It's covered the pocket fairly well, but obviously with those two yellows sitting close to that too, it's going to make it awkward for Sean to do too much here. Maybe trying to look for a snooker somewhere. Just seeing what he can do here. He's probably going to have to take the yellow near the hole and then perhaps go down table and look for a snooker. Or yeah, I'm not 100% sure. He's certainly going to have to try and pull Ben up here somehow. Not a great table here for Sean. too bad. He's screwed back close to the yellow. He's probably just going to lay a little snooker here. Just drop the cue ball behind this yellow. Try and slow Ben down. I can't see too much more that he can really do. I think this is what he's looking at. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't leave the red on near the hole, but he shouldn't do. Should be okay. Well, nah, it's not a good shot. He's not quite sure what he tried to do. I think he tried to push the yellows closest to the red closer to it to try to smother it, but he's dropped short on it. Interesting to see what Ben does here now. He may just decide to bump this up near the middle pocket, or what's he going to do here? Just chip down the table. Yeah, I don't know about that shot. Sean's just looking to see if he can get one of those yellows underneath that red, but I don't reckon he can. Looking at the table from here, the red seems to be sort of right in the centre of the pocket, sort of blocking off the angles of the yellow to go under it. Probably have to lay another snooker here, I would suggest. Taking his time, he's just working it out. Yeah, well, he's just tried to lay a snooker there. It looks from here like the yellow is covering that red. Quite a simple shot just to come off the side rod. Don't know if it's total or not. There may be an edge on it. He may be able to, looks like he may be able to go. Ben's just going to trickle up behind the yellow now. No. He knows he's got control, so doesn't need to do anything silly. Sean's got to really put his thinking cap on here and work his way back into this frame somehow. Just got another visit. Looks like he may just play down the table again, play that yellow at furthest end of the table and just try and lay up another snooker on him. That looks like a snooker there. Yellow covering both reds. Pretty easy just to come off the side rail. No, he's not going to move though. He says, no, I like where those reds are. I'm not going to move them. He's giving him another two shots. He's given him a slight chance here. If he takes the yellow over the hole, he's got one in the middle will go. The other yellow's possible to get on. It's just a matter of having two shots. He's got to have to get those two yellows out into a position and then still have another shot to work out something to get on him. Needs to pot this. Yeah, that's down. I'm just wondering whether he can jam that red out. Looks like he's looking at coming off the side rail and knocking those two yellows into a better position. Looking at the table here, I reckon there's a chance to jam that out, but perhaps he doesn't want to take a risk in case he knocks it in. He does have 2 shots here, so... Problem with this shot is he may get one of them out, but he may not get the other one out. Needs to get them both out and needs to get a result with the cue ball. As I said, he's no better off. Try to get him out, but hasn't got a result. So he's back to square one now. I think the best shot is just probably to chip off the yellow that he's the cue ball sitting closest to, and sending the cue ball down table for another snooker. Looks like that's what he's playing. Just bridging over the yellow there and make sure that he doesn't touch it with his hand. That would be diabolical. Yeah, he's got a cue ball down table. Looks like Ben may be able to see that red. Not the one near the pocket, the other one. One is close to it. Looks like there's a gap between the yellow and the black. Just promote it up towards the red a little bit more. Yeah, well, Sean's in a whole heap of trouble here. He's got yellows safe everywhere. 2 near the cushion. 1 down here. Just really difficult table on the yellows here. So far he's managed to stay alive, but I'm not sure if much longer he's going to be able to stay alive. I reckon he missed a trick a couple of shots ago when he had that 2 shots, trying to jam that ball out. Don't know what he's doing here. Well, that's not the worst shot in the world. That is actually a reasonable shot. It's given Ben a chance, 2 shots, but it's not easy. He's going to have to promote this red into a potable position, but from where he's left the cue ball, right next to it, not that easy. Yeah, I actually like that shot that Sean's played. I reckon he's given himself a chance here. Ben's going to have to play a pretty good shot. So he'll try to chip it out and then leave himself on it, but it's not easy. This could go wrong. Just weighing up how he's going to play it. Well, I'll tell you what, he has got a result, like a dream result there. Whether that's what he intended doing, I'm not sure, but he apologised, put his hand up, but that is a massive result. He's left himself just a drop in red in the middle and pretty simple black. Unbelievable. That could have easily gone wrong, but hey, sometimes luck plays a part in this game, you know, like you take the bull by the horn and then have a crack. Yep, needs this black for 3-2 lead. Sean played a good shot, gave himself half a chance. Ben just come up with a shot at the right time there. Just slightly hampered, but shouldn't be any problem. Still able to cue easily through to this bloke. Down it goes, that's 3-2. The audio's coming through all right, Dan, is it? No problem. Michael Scary and Jamie Stevens looks like they're at 3-all, Dan just said, and oh, right. That was sort of $100 comp, was it? No, it looks like Alex is still playing there. Yeah, Alex is out of the main comp, yeah. Okay, back to the game. It's Ben at the table. Nice open table here. Not sure what he's looking at taking here. He could probably take either of the two balls. Also, yellows may be a little bit better than what the reds are, considering that red's near the cushion. Yeah, he's taking yellows. He's come around, played a combo. Gets the combo and just leaves himself on the first one that he's playing again. He could quite well be out here and then have the match. Just stretching a bit though. Yep. Just got to keep that cue ball under control here. Cut this yellow back in. There's the cue ball finishing this time. Not ideal. It's on the yellow to the middle, but doesn't have a great angle to get to the next yellow. He may have to top through, perhaps come down table off the top rail. I don't know how straight he is on that yellow. Perhaps he's just looking at just rolling through about a foot or so, then having just about like a half ball cut on this yellow down the cushion. Yep, down that goes. Well, this is a shot. If he makes this and lands on that yellow, it should be all over. But this is not an easy shot. He's got to bridge over that red a little bit here. Never easy when you're bridging over other balls. No, it's not there. Well, Sean needs to do something with this opportunity. He's got a good chance here because at worst he can pot a couple of these reds and then take control of this bottom corner here where Ben's got his yellow, and if he blocks that pocket up, he'll stop that yellow from going in there. Don't know to attack the out here because it's pretty difficult here with one shot. So their pressure's on him. It's 3-2 down. Needs this frame to stay alive. He's taking the one in the middle. Not the greatest of shots. Left himself slightly hampered here. Although if he still takes the one near the rail, cuts it down, if he covers, he should cover the other yellow with the with that red and black there. That's what he's looking at. important that he covers this pocket though down here. Yeah, that's not too bad. He's covered that pocket, and he's also covered the other yellow. So Ben now's going to have to put his thinking cap on a bit here and work out a good shot. Can't see the one that's closest to the pocket, so he's going to have to try to do something with this other one. So 50-50 at the moment, this frame. It's in the balance. Both players have a good opportunity. I'd like to be in Sean's position right now, though, I reckon. Ben's gone for the fin cart across. It's not bad. He's made both his balls on now. And Sean still has that red to contend with. The red there that's closest to the two yellows. But there is a chance to get around behind it somewhere, and looks like he'll take the long one and screw back a little bit. The one down by the D, by the block line. Just needs to come back about probably 5-6 inches, maybe a bit more. That's okay. Key is how does he get onto this red? He needs to leave himself a good angle somehow to get on that red. And when I said it's closer to two yellows, he could perhaps play this and screw down under it now, but no, it doesn't look like he's doing that. He's just stunned that in. Yeah, it looks like he's pretty straight on that one. Don't like that shot he's just played there. He hasn't left himself much angle to work with at all. Not sure what he's thinking about here, but yeah, Rusty's standing behind me. That's not a bad option. So just play it off the red slowly and bounce it out to get on the other red to the middle, but we'll see what he does. Yeah. I really think he's making this very difficult for himself. Hasn't really thought about how. No. Yeah. I don't like this. I think the best shot is just to take this take this red here now, and just leave yourself the double. I just play the percentage. You get the double, you win the game.
Play the double if you don't get on it. The other practice, you control that up and down. It's not wow,
Yeah. Yeah, Rusty's saying he should go up and down the table and try and get back behind the red. Good option. Just depends how he's feeling, I guess. Taking a long time, needs to hurry up and get time fouled.
directly off that other yellow. You could even tap into the jaw and touch the red.
Yeah, possibly lay a snooker behind that red by the pocket too, but don't think no one's Sean, I don't think he'll play that. Oh.
Guys, the kitchen or the food
Not
is
great.
going to be closed in the next 45 to an hour. So if you want
He's
to
left himself very square here. He's got a double, but he's losing the cue ball down table. You know. You think middle's a better option, Rusty? You think? Like,
Miss the double.
True, yeah. Certainly have to be some sort of double here. Well, it looks like he's tried a triple. Hasn't got it. Good chance here for race to 4. Good chance here now to Ben to take this match out. I would assume that he'll take the one that's closest to the cushion first. Screw back. Definitely looks like the go. If he takes the other one, the white cube will make cannon into the red, and he may not get on the other one properly. So I think he should take the one near the cushion, but thing is, the one in the cushion, it is missable. Because he's going to have to give it a bit, but he should be okay. Definitely goes past the other one. I reckon he'll take. If he takes the one that's furthest out, I reckon he's going to cut into that red fat, and he may not end up. If he clips the red fine, he'll be all right, but. Yeah, he's taken this one. That's what I said. Exactly what I called there. He's got a cannon into that red fat, and now he's not on it. I think he should have played the other one, in my opinion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Noah Cunningham, welcome back.
Yep, welcome back, Noah.
Just happened to scrape through again in the blonks, so I'm still alive, baby, like the Bee Gees.
Yeah, well, this is Ben's on the yellow here. He had the 2 yellows over now for the match. Hasn't got a result.
Is that frozen there, Phil?
Looks like it is. If it's not, he's perhaps going to try and lay the snooker.
No, this is a really good position for Ben, because all he has to do is just clip off this. He hits the inside draw, the bottom rail here, and then comes back in. Worst case scenario. So he can really hook Sean up on this shot.
Yeah. I think Ben missed a trick there. He should have played this one first before. Not sure what he's trying to do here.
Oh, wow. He's actually...
What did he try?
Did he have 2 shots? What's going on?
He's got a result too.
Wow.
I don't even know what he was trying to do there. Do you know what he's trying to do there?
Maybe put a bit of distance between the white and the red. Put Sean under the pump and say, okay, here's the shot. If you can't get it, then I'm going to go game. I'm going to win.
He's actually got a bit lucky because the yellow has covered the red to this bottom right-hand pocket.
Very,
here.
very lucky. If I was Sean here, Phil, I'd be clipping off to the right-hand side of the red ever so slightly and just leaving the white up between the 8 and the red and the yellow, and saying, if you're good enough, Ben, go for it.
Yeah, it's not a bad option. It's very dangerous to try to cut that into the outer pocket. And
you can't. Just clip off this, Sean. Touch on the right-hand side, ever so slightly. Leave the white ball up there and get some congestion going. For the viewers at home, it's the left-hand side of the red ball that we're hoping for here on the white ball. No, he's actually aiming like he's going to go for the big shot.
So he's taking the pot on.
And he's got it. Wow, what a shot. And he's fat on the middle pocket. Oh my goodness, the fish.
Unbelievable.
Sean Salmon, ladies and gentlemen,
Geez, has running
fat on the black after a massive shot.
He hasn't taken any time. He's got down very quickly.
That's good.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3-all here at the Geelong Open. Last 16, it's race to 4. Ben Judge and Sean Salmon. What a game. Here's a replay here from Dan Lynch.
Just a replay of that shot. What a great shot this is. Under pressure, 3-2 down. Wow. These are the shortest shots that win your tournaments, Noah.
Certainly is.
Yeah, you're used to seeing the great players like Jake McCartney and Ben Noonan and so forth, knock those in. Not taking anything away from Sean, but
Well, let me tell you, there's a lot of great players that can do the shots that all these guys do. They just happen to be in a lot of tournaments, and Sean's entered into the Geelong. There's a lot of people that can execute these shots. They're just going to play in a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
And we're about to see some really, really good ball.
well, Sean breaking off. Here's 3-all. He stayed alive. Needs a big break. Yeah,
Can you imagine this?
How's this?
Oh,
How's this?
wow. And the Reds are looking really, really
He's
good.
taken out 2 reds and a yellow. And I'll suggest he'll be taking reds all day long. Only has the 1 red. It's by the black spot. That's a trouble.
That seems to be a bit of a problem, doesn't it,
That's
Phil?
a problem ball, yeah, but the rest of the table's fine. He's got coverage this side. He doesn't have full coverage on the other side, but fairly good coverage.
I think if you can just nudge off this red at the bottom here and leave him right behind that yellow,
Yeah, I would be
be in
doing
good
2.
form here.
Yeah,
Just nominate the Reds, and there it is.
yeah, it's not too bad.
Now, Ben's going to have to play a smart shot with a left yellow on that rail there and bank it over to that pocket for him to be in this game.
Yeah, that's a shot I was just thinking of too, but it's a little bit of risk involved in it. But if he doesn't cover it, but
Well, Phil, I think it's his best chance of staying in this game. Let me tell you, if he rattles or misses, it could be costly. He's decided to go with the long yellow up the top. Okay, that's not a bad shot either.
yeah, fairly smart shot there by Ben. Just
Notice how he went round and looked at that yellow on the left-hand bottom rail there and just
I
assured
think-
himself that it went past that red.
the reason, yeah, I don't think he wanted to move that yellow over there, like you said, because he wants to take that one down under the red after. If he took that one away, he didn't have that option. Sean's probably just going to play a little containing shot here, I'd say. Just stay behind this red. Don't want to do too much.
Smart play here, Sean. Stay in control of the game. That's all right. You can see he's feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. He was feeling pretty good on that last red, in that last frame. He's feeling a bit there.
Yes, there he is.
Great
Ben-
match we've got here.
Ben Judge is no stranger to the game and no stranger to tournaments. I think every tournament that's on in Australia, Ben Judge is the farthest travelled, I should say.
Yeah, living over in WA, he's certainly got a long way to come to some of them, but loves the game. I know Ben very well. He loves the game, just loves to play and compete.
And just a gentleman, isn't he? He's just
He's very
always
quiet, very
quiet,
unassuming.
unassuming.
Not a big
Always-
drinker.
No.
Don't know whether he drinks at all, actually.
So he wouldn't hold good company with you then, would he, Phil?
We have good chats there. It's not all about the alcohol, no. But,
No,
you know.
it's not. Oh, is this going to touch a cushion?
Yeah.
We're good. Right, so the fish here really needs to knuckle down. His choice is, am I going to go out or am I going to lock Ben up somehow? A couple of options here, Jonesy.
He could take that red that's furthest down the end of the table.
It's not in any danger of being locked up by a yellow, so maybe playing down here first could be the option and trying to knock and develop this red in this shot here if he's aggressive in going out.
Well, I was thinking the red by the centre, after potting the other one, he could play the red by the centre and cover this pocket more.
I think this is the percentage shot to be able to develop this red. Let's see. He's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be seeing Sean into the last 8. Jonesy.
Well, this would be an upset. You'd have to say it's an upset because Ben's definitely the more credentialed player here. But
Sean's got to be very careful here. He can clip this red over the bottom left-hand bag and sneak up. But what's he sneaking up to? He's got a ball in the top left-hand corner.
I think he's got to take the bull by the horns here, Noah. And I would be taking the one over the hole. I'd take this one over the hole.
I think that's what you got to do because
and come back yourself here.
back yourself, come up, pick that little gap, and hopefully get that gap so you can play the one in the middle next.
The only thing is he's stretching, but
No, he's good. He's a bit thinner than you and I, Jonesy.
yeah, no, getting the jigger, that's a good idea.
Make sure.
If he plays it fine, he doesn't want to hit that yellow.
No, he doesn't.
He wants to make sure he misses
No
that
side
yellow.
on it. No side.
No.
Natural.
Playing ball and fine. He's got plenty of margin with the pocket. He can hit it as fine as he wants.
Worst
to.
case scenario, he's got the one on the top left anyway. Here it comes. That's
Oh,
a perfect
wow,
shot.
geez.
What a shot.
That's going to be played any better.
Phil, the fish here, the young fish,
Young
could
fish.
just pull the rabbit out of the bag here.
Young sardine.
He's still got to hold it together.
Mate, he couldn't have played that shot any better.
Hot to
He's
the
just
left.
2 drop-ins to the middle, red to the corner, and then it's just been a matter of drifting down onto that black.
Be very careful not to sneak yourself behind that yellow in the back end.
Well,
That's all right. You really want to land straight on this red.
you know, sometimes
Phil?
when you got that shot, like to get on the black, players try to get too perfect. That's when you sneak yourself. Make sure you got a shot at it. He just showed us in the last game that he can make a tough shot. So even if he's got to leave himself a little bit longer on the black, as long as he can see it. The last thing he
I
wants.
don't like where he's aiming here. I think if you just push through and then come straight back, just there. Go a little bit through by 2 inches, come straight back, and then suck straight into that line to put the 8 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. That's the go, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah.
You don't want to be coming off the cushion.
No, you probably don't.
I mean, well,
Sometimes they can spring too far off the cushion and
roll through, stop the white. Okay,
don't
this is a
like-
bit of a worry.
don't like that. It's not the angle I would have left myself, but he's okay. He can just play this with a touch of check side, right, and bring the white ball straight up the middle of the table here.
Have a look here, Phil. Does that 8 pass the bottom left-hand corner? And if it does,
I think it does. What are you saying? He's going to go past the middle and past
well,
that
if
yellow?
he puts just a tip to the bottom, so he's lining that
That's
up
what
there.
he's looking at, yeah. Could be careful with that middle pocket.
Okay, here we
That he
go.
doesn't go too close to it.
Come on, fish.
Where's he landed?
He's
Well,
just come in, I think.
I think he's just okay. Just drifted far enough.
He's looking at it tight. He's taking a breath,
Looks.
and I think he's okay.
I think it's
Yep.
definitely on.
Yeah,
You
he's
tell
looking
by
at-
his body language it's on. Just
Get some composure, breathe, get down on the shot, and bang it in with a loose wrist. He's succumbed to a little bit of pressure.
that's pressure, no owner. That's pressure. First time probably in this stage of the tournament for him. At this stage, I would say.
He might have,
He just snatched to that one. He didn't cue sweetly.
yeah.
Probably
And-
tried to hit it harder than he needed to.
Ben's really got a free kick here with that 8 ball tied up in the back rail.
Yeah, well,
He
worst
can
thing in the
just
world.
Clip off that bowl on the right-hand side, the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Put a bit of right-hand side on the white ball and
He
leave
did,
the
he
white
did
ball
everything right.
on the back
He did
rail.
everything right up until that black. Yeah. He knew that one was for the match. Ben's still got to play a good shot here. I reckon he'll just chip off this yellow, take the yellow down towards the other one and get a snooker, I reckon. Just about a half ball off this yellow. Bring his yellow into play and
Well, Mick Hill once said, if you come to the table and you've got 5 balls on the table and your opponent hasn't got any, you shouldn't be losing the game. Let's see if Sean can pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Ben's played a good shot there. He's made sure he's got the snooker. He's disturbed that yellow a little bit down there, but that's not going to be an issue.
That yellow might be an issue for Ben if Sean can just come down here and somehow find a way to touch this black.
I don't think I'd be trying to get out of this
and
now.
get it out.
If you give 2 shots away at this stage now, you're going to lose. I would just touch the white ball next to that yellow and say, right, here you go. If you're good enough to get him from there.
What worries me though, Phil, is see the left yellow down here at the bottom. That covers that 8 ball, and the 8 ball goes in 2 pockets, really, doesn't it? Right. So if he does touch that, he can play some coverage shots and still lock him up. I think at this stage, Sean has to try and get to this 8 ball somehow.
He's going to have a big swerve.
This could do it. Look at this. Ooh, look at that. That is massive. I'll tell you what, in a situation like this, it's massive. You know why, Phil? The 8 has come out to almost where the rack spot is. If Ben happens to choke or rattle a ball here, I mean, I'm sure he's going to try and lock him up again. Yeah, but that 8 is on.
He can just
not
chip,
as easy
he
as
can
what
just
it
chip that. He can just chip that yellow down by the back cushion there, over the hole, and he's got another snooker.
All right, he's locked him up again.
Yep.
Now, Fish, come up and bang this from behind, and let's see where it goes.
Yeah, he can get past the yellow. He may have to put a touch aside.
Just hit it. He's just got to hit the ball. As soon as you give away 2 shots, Phil,
that's
when he's in big trouble.
Yeah, if he gives 2 away, he's probably doomed.
Just hit the ball.
He needs to make contact with this bloke. Could do. Yeah.
It depends if he just goes up and touches it. Just a little touch on the bottom, Phil.
He's looking at 2 rails here, Noah. 2 rails coming in past that yellow back rail and trying to put the black in the middle.
I don't like it. It actually comes in too deep to the right-hand cushion, I think. So
I reckon that yellow is fractionally in the way of that shot.
If he comes in here, I think the white ball ends up hitting just past where the 3 is on the Sean Salmon side of the table.
The easy escape.
Here he comes. Straight down like this, and make sure you hit the ball. Just hit it.
Doesn't want to put too much side on it,
Put some pressure on Ben. Yep.
Where's the cue
Get
ball?
out of there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all right. Good chop.
That's not bad because Black's landed.
Sean's like the BGs is staying alive.
Black's landed on the rail, which is a good result too for Sean.
Very good result.
Now, will Ben attack? Or will he still go back in defensive mode?
I think he's going to have to stay in defensive mode with that yellow ball on the left-hand corner there.
Although that yellow that's closest to the line is a good yellow to screw into the black and move the black with.
You're playing this yellow ball to the middle pocket and then coming back down the rail.
He's got a few options here.
Oh, you missed that to nudge it down, but that's fine. I think he's just going to pop off the left-hand side of this yellow to the left of the table and get himself another snooker.
Lay another snooker here, I'll say. He does have the option to attack if he wants to, but could take the yellow in the middle and keep going.
Anyone would be silly to attack here, I think, Phil, with that 8 ball tied up and the yellow tied up. Okay, now Fish really has to dig deep. Is it the crazy shot of the inside middle draw to push the 8 up the top for a massive? No, it's not, is it?
No, you don't do that.
But you know what? With a total, that is the shot that could possibly save your skin. There's 2 options. He's looking down that for coming off the back
Rusty
rail.
Wheeler reckons the best thing to do in this situation is to smash it and hope.
I think so. I think so. I mean, what are you going to do? Go and roll behind it? He's still got that yellow to the left-hand corner. And even
I've
if
seen
he,
Steve Gray once have a shot similar to this and whacked it. I think it was against Brenton Collier, and he come off the side rail and cut the black straight down in the corner pocket.
it happens.
Yeah, it does happen.
You just got to get down, commit, hit it.
Can go
Hope
anywhere.
like hell it goes in.
There's 6 pockets on the table, and you never know.
Get
It's easy,
down.
it's easy enough to hit.
Let's see what happens.
Definitely shouldn't hit it. It shouldn't be a problem of hitting it. Oh.
Okay.
Well,
that's really opened things up. Phil,
Yeah.
if Ben can't go game here, he doesn't deserve to win.
Well, if he can't go game here, he can't win the tournament because
No, sir.
he will though. He, unfortunately,
no doubt in my mind.
unfortunately for the
Ben will
fish, I
finish
think
this off.
I think it's all over here. But like they say, it's never over till the fat lady sings, and she
think-
ain't just quite singing yet, but she's
one-
getting close.
Well, the one to the left-hand side here, I think he'll just run up to push forward. Oh no, he's taking the one to the bottom right-hand corner. I
He's
would have thought he'd take the one to the left-hand middle, run up.
He'll take the one in the middle first.
If Lee
Get rid of that one.
Can you please come up to the desk, please, Lee Earl?
Push the, after this one, yellow into the other side pocket.
Yeah.
He's landed pretty good. Absolutely sweet, actually.
I reckon he'll leave
Stun
the
it.
yellow that's closest to the middle of the table for last. Just land on the plate. He's got so many options here, mate. He can take this yellow to the bottom, come out for the red, yellow in the middle. He can take the yellow in the middle.
Being a snooker player, he's not really scared of taking the long pot either, so if he's looking at taking this one first and then coming back. Oh no. So stop stun here, and then play the one to the top top right corner, and then come down for a semi-long shot.
Left himself quite straight. That's okay.
Come right back down on the line of this ball to the left-hand corner, middle pocket, and black into the bottom right-hand corner. I think that's
The
how it's gonna
perfect
go.
shot is to screw straight back and have that yellow in the middle next.
I don't think
then-
so, Phil. No, I think that's a low percentage shot. I
You're
think if you can
right.
pull this back,
If he doesn't land far enough, he'll still take the other one anyway. So
just pull the white ball back to where it is now. He's a
Nah,
snooker player.
he'll come back further than
He'll be
that,
able to
mate.
pot that.
he'll pull all the way back.
I don't think so.
You watch. I bet you he does.
Okay, let's have a look.
I'll bet you drink on it.
Okay, I'll have a drink on this. Ladies and gentlemen, you're the witness. There you go.
All right, you drink.
He's a snooker player. He's confident.
Oh yeah, no problem. I thought it was straight enough that he could pull straight back for more than that, but oh well. Three. How are the boys travelling over there? They're all doing all right over there at the bar, though. There doesn't seem to be a lot of noise today. Sometimes the boys are really noisy, but they seem quite calm today so far. But things may lighten up in the next couple of matches.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Very good shot.
Would have liked maybe another inch just to be dead straight, but his cue ball's not going to be travelling too far here. It's only going to be travelling 3 or 4 inches, I think. Sean had his chance, though, didn't he? No, he had that black. You know, that's just pressure. That black. We've all been there. You know, like sometimes it's hard. You know, like we're not going to knock him too much for missing that black. It's tough out there. There we go. It seems to be the tournament for Ben, just scraping through. He scraped through to qualify. He just seems to be scraping through his matches, you know. Like. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back soon with some more action.
Alright guys, we're going to do the call for the last eight. We're just going to give Ben 5 minutes to cool down. So we're going to do the call for the last eight. The players will get balls out to
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
on.
Okay. Well, then. Yep. Yep.
So stay tuned. We're going to have some more people coming up on the next tables.
They've just announced they're going to draw the marbles out for the top 8 now. See who plays who. We're about to bring you those matches shortly.
You're going to put these things on.
Being judge, we're just hooking him up here in the commentary box. Sean, what an effort, mate. Last 16. The Geelong Open, I mean, we have had some massive guns in here. Jake McCarthy, who we've got Ben Noonan, Joel Younger, Rusty Wheeler, all 1,500. I think it's the biggest cat hunt I've ever seen. The biggest people, the biggest players around the country. And they've all gathered here in Geelong. And here we have the little fish from Adelaide that have just made the last 16 and almost got being judged in the last 16 to make it to the 8s. How'd you go, mate?
Oh, g'day everyone. Obviously was out of position that second to last red, I reckon, and queuing over the yellow slightly, just a bit awkward to come down that right hand side of the table to make the black a bit easier, but it was a tough black. I was a bit under the pump, I was feeling it hard.
You were looking really, really solid all throughout the game, Sean. Just absolutely skiffed that you just missed that 8 ball to the right hand corner as far as lining it up and having that. I mean, the shot before it, you probably wanted to be a little bit more straight, paying that 8 to the bottom right hand corner for the audience at home.
Yeah.
But then you adjusted, you came around, you thought, okay, well, I can still play that 8 to the bottom left hand corner.
Yeah.
And then maybe just sticking up missing that last shot.
Yeah, I did. As soon as I hit it, I felt like I'd jabbed at it, or I don't know, it just didn't seem natural when I hit it. It felt a bit jumpy, but Ben's a great player. He's good pressure. It was a tough black, like I said. It wasn't easy, and I tried.
He's an absolute solid player. Big judge comes from every corner of the world to come to every tournament that can put on in Australia. To come up against Benny and take him to the hill, that's a massive effort. As a commentator, you've got to sit on the fence and you've got to say, we congratulate both players, but being your roommate and someone who's financially invested, I am absolutely gutted that you didn't get it through. So that's all right, because I think we're still in the money, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody at home can witness this.
You know, get enough money for a couple beers after.
The good news is, Fish, I've just been brought up, I'm still on the blocks, and we might have some more money coming my way if I can continue winning.
All the best with that, mate.
I'm out for the moment, guys. I'll leave with Dan Lynch, the commentary team. I'll be back soon.
Cheers, guys.
Ben, judge. Alright guys, so we're going to pick balls out of the bucket. So the way it'll work, 1 will play 2, 3 will play 4, 5 will play 6, and 7 will play 8. So I'll get you to pick balls, just move 1 second. Alright, who's the 1, 2, 6,
it'll be Ross Owen and Nick Scary, 3 and 4, Nick Reardon and Jason Reardon, Dale and Rusty. So,
on table 2, we'll have Ben Judge and Rusty. With Don Colbert to umpire. Table 1 will be Rob Bowen and Nick Scary.
How do we go, Dan, again?
With Sean Salmon to umpire. Table 11
Is that right?
will be Paul Black
Is that right?
and Dale Kent with Boris Trussy to umpire. And table 9 will be Jason Ranson and Mick Reardon.
Am I on, all right?
With
I'm on, yep.
Chris Jolly Jr. to umpire, please, table 9. All matches will be race to 5, best in 9.
So we're back here at Slate, quarterfinals of Geelong Open for 2020. Okay, one of the matchups we got is Michael Scary versus Rob Bowen, 2 Victorian lads. Everyone should know Mick Scary, dual Australian champion, won it back to back, going back a few years now, not too long ago.
so you reckon Mick and Rob were the first ones called out?
I don't know, but I thought they
Our other feature match here is going to be Rusty Wheeler versus Ben Judge. The other 2 quarterfinals have been played on other tables outside Addo. Over the other side there, Addo. Who do we have over there? Dale Kent, is it? Is it Paul Clack? He's standing behind him there. Dale Kent and Paul Clack is one of our... And Mick Reardon. Mick Redden is the fellow who knocked me out. Pest. Yeah, Mick Redden. Is it Joe Younger? Which one?
30-second shot clock.
Yeah. Okay. Ben Judge just breaks off there against Rusty Wheeler. Rusty, Queensland, everyone should know Rusty. One of the most attacking, aggressive pool players I've ever met. Does not hold back. Loves to attack the game and try and pot out. And I'm sure that's what we'd want to see. Some nice run-outs. Spoke to him when he arrived and said he's feeling good. Good to get away from work. He works hard up there, laying his concrete, and it's good to see Rusty there down in Geelong. Doing well here in the quarters. And Mick Skerry, we can see two screens now. Mick's playing Rob Bowen. I only sort of come across Rob Bowen last year, saw him at the Nationals, and he impressed me. Very tall man, hits the ball extremely well. I believe he's got English background, plays very well. Very top player. That should be a cracking match, that one. Benny's just given Rusty two shots. Really dangerous thing to do, but Rusty's got a couple of yellows tied up that he's going to have to try to extract, but doesn't have an easy starter. Looks like he should extract these balls first here. Not a bad shot Rusty's played there. He's got all three balls out, but it's not going to be easier for him. Probably got to cut on this yellow to the middle pocket. It's about the only shot I can see that he's got. Yeah. Got Paul Pike's just coming to the commentary box, just putting on the headgear.
G'day Jonesy, how are you?
Good, Paul. How are you today, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
How was your run today in the tournament?
Oh yeah, not too bad. But this looks like an exciting last 8.
Yeah, we got Rusty Wheeler and Ben Judge here. Ben's just been clinging on all day. He's just scraping through his matches, just scraped through last one 4-3, got through in a playoff. He really struggled, but he's going to have his work cut out here against Rusty, though. He certainly can. That's what I just said before. He's one of the most aggressive players I've ever met on a pool table. Does not hold back one iota. That's one down already. It's taken about, I don't know, 2 minutes, if that. Interesting match on the other table. You probably know a bit more about Rob Bowen than I do. I've seen him play at the Nationals. It really impressed me. Mick's been around for a long time, and we all know how good Mick is. Yeah, very nice cueist. Strokes the ball really well. Looking strong to take the first frame here, Paul. See, he's cued that nicely. Just comes straight back for the black. That's black down, one to Rob down. Yeah. And take this red out the rail. He likes the rail shots, Rusty. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, just caught the rail. Slight opportunity here on the yellows, I reckon. Most of them look like they're on. The one closest to the red by the centre pocket may be a bit of an issue, but most of those yellows look like they're sitting out pretty nicely. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Rusty's probably thinking about 4 or 5 shots ahead all the time. Ben's pretty much thinking shot to shot here, but it's okay here. He's got the long yellow to the bottom pocket if he wants, or he could take it to the middle. It's just a matter of keeping that cue ball under control. Yeah. That's right. Oh, he's played that confidently. Yeah, I reckon he's just on it. Or was... Yeah. Just looking at if he does pot it, what's his next shot? Like this next link up, does that yellow near the spot there past those 2 reds? If not, he may be able to take the pocket. Yeah, maybe able to take the pocket with that one that's closest to the spot, perhaps. Oh wow, he obviously wasn't on that other one. Hasn't left it a lot. No, it's not his style, is it?
Doing a bit of technical work from Dan. He's just fixed the mic there. Hope you
Thanks,
can all
Dan.
hear me better now.
Yeah. I was watching what Dan was doing there with you, and this is what Rusty did at Ben's back at the I think he must have taken that red to the middle, or not sure what he did there. I think Rusty's just got to be patient here with Ben. Like, I think the opportunity is going to come. He doesn't need to, sort of rush too much.
Ben hasn't landed good there.
No, he's landed terrible. It's he doesn't have a pot on. It's going to have to be some sort of containing shot, but where can he hide the cue ball here?
Or a miracle half ball off the yellow into the corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who do you fancy for this tournament, Paul, from here?
Well,
With the 8 players that are left, we've got Joel Younger over there playing, is he playing over there? Playing over the other side.
Who's that?
Joel Younger is playing, I think he's playing,
I didn't think Joel was in it still.
Joel's still in, I think he's still...
No, you
he's
got
not.
Mick Ridden's playing...
Mick Ridden, yeah, he's the one who beat me.
Yeah, Mick Ridden's playing Jason Ramsden and Paul Clack's playing...
Joel's out.
Yeah, Paul Clack's playing Dale Kent.
Who beat Joel?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably, I mean, they're all quality players now in the last 8, but...
You probably fancy
Rusty and Scary are probably still too
Rusty
favourite.
and Michael, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Paul Clack too, I think, would be a danger.
Solid player.
Paul likes these tournaments. He always seems to do well on them.
And
knows how to get to finals. That's for sure. He's been in a few.
And he's playing Dale Kent, who's he never gives up. He's always a fighter.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, Clacky knocked out Joel Younger, so there you go. Clacky's obviously playing real well. And, anyone that beats Joel's doing all right.
Yeah.
Get back to the game. What's Rusty looking at here now?
Cheeky little shot from Rusty there.
Yeah.
Can get it out though.
I reckon, yeah, he's... I'll give him a slight shot. If he can get it out and promote it into a potable position, he get on another yellow. He might be half a sniff here, but...
It is a little tricky. Like,
he had a shot like this in his last game and he pulled off a miracle result.
the other thing with that yellow near the black spot, it really only goes long, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't go to any of the centres. I definitely think...
He's got to watch the double kiss here, I think. Could get him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's played that well.
Yeah, he's played it well. Well, if he screws back just past that red of touch and leaves himself the long yellow to the bottom, Paul, he's big chance here.
He's not got a clean shot on this. He's got to swerve just a fraction, I think.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. I just went round and had a look.
Yeah, right.
He can pot it, but it's one of those.
Yeah.
He's not quite on it.
30 seconds.
And that's taking the cue ball away from where you want to be going. Perhaps he may... What do you think about taking this yellow to the bottom now and then screwing off the side rail?
He could also screw back off the red, but you got to make sure you don't pot the red.
Yeah. Probably missed the red, I reckon, here. No, that's drifted wide.
Yeah. You can't give these chances to Rusty.
No. The one that's up by them past the middle there too looks like it goes in the centre. Looks like it's out. That's what he's looking at now. Little bit to do here. No, it's not ABC. Although for these, probably not ABC for me, but it's probably ABC for him.
Yeah, no, I think Rusty will mop these up.
30 seconds.
He hasn't landed good there.
No, he hasn't. That's probably a pretty ordinary shot from Rusty.
I think he was trying to move the yellow out of the way and...
What's he doing now? He's going to take this one to the middle.
Yep.
Oh, that's in. Thought it was wide for a second. He's back in prime position now. Just drop this one in the middle. Red to the corner, red to the middle, black to the middle. Pretty easy. Easy back here, but never easy out there.
That's it.
maybe the black might not be going to the middle now. Oh no, screwing this.
Oh,
Well, a bit in between there, but he'll be right.
yeah.
Eats these for breakfast. There we go. That's 2-zip to Rusty.
So Scary's played a bit of a tie-up shot there on Rob Bowen, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
trying to contain.
Scary's on the yellows, is he?
Not 100% sure.
Yeah. Rob's on the yellows.
Got to work out how he's going to get to that surrounded ball.
He could. The one that's near closest to the spot near that red in the middle of the table, he could punch it onto the red, onto the yellow hard and hope to, get a result. Oh, he's missed the yellow.
I wouldn't have minded cutting that yellow right down the cush so you got the other side
Covered as well,
Yeah.
Just have a little bit more control.
Yeah, but Scary might try and... he hasn't really got a good shot. I was going to say he might try and put the black somewhere onto a cushion or something, but
Yeah.
cannon off the red and put
He's in a bit of trouble here at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's not in a whole heap of trouble just yet. It's like you said, he's still got to get to that yellow over the pocket somehow, or play a ball onto it, or do something.
Yeah, he has. He's tried to put the black in there. It's a good shot from Scary.
Yep.
Yeah. Rob's got to be a little careful because if he keeps fudging around, Meek will box things right in and get himself back in the game.
Yeah. The other table, Rusty's attacking again here on the Reds. Looking to go 3 up, 3 up. I think this is a race to 5 now, Paul. Is that right? I'm pretty sure it's a race to 5.
Race to 5.
I wonder if Rusty will take the one down the rail here. Just try and drop that in and take the one down the rail and drop for the red and into the same side middle there. Yeah. Clucky and Dale Kenner 1-all. Jason Ramson.
There's one up on Reardon.
There's one up on Reardon. Well, Rusty's had a whack at that red and missed it.
Ben Judge has got to take the chances here.
Certainly does. Needs a frame on the board quickly to get himself into the match.
I don't think he'll mind if he does it slowly as well, but...
Oh, yeah. There's no rush in Ben.
He's got that one near the balk line that's... whoa.
He was trying to move that yellow there,
Yeah.
Paul, and
It's an
so
error.
overcooked it and knocked the red in. And that's just handed Rusty this frame. Rusty says, thank you very much. I'll take anything you give me. Just seeing if that black passes that yellow to the middle, that side, or he can screw back for the black on the other side. Not a problem, is it? Just like that, or use the rail.
Yeah.
There we go.
3 now.
3-zip. Yeah, Ben can't afford mistakes like that against Rusty. That's just...
Scary's put the yellow right in there, potted the yellow. That's a good shot.
Slowly working himself back into this frame.
Yeah. While he's While he's got the red in front of the yellow up there, and then he's took the opportunity to pot Rob's ball.
Like we said, Rusty's a quick player. He's already reeled off 3 frames, and they're playing their 4th, and the other table's still on their 2nd, and we've a long way to go.
Yeah.
We could well see Rusty's match finished before they even get to 2.
Yeah. Scary's turned this frame right around.
Rusty's taking the reds.
Could be a foul snooker, actually, on the Scary table.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Rob Bowen just played the black, and I don't know if Scary can see both sides of the red.
Yeah, could be. Rusty's opened things up here again. He's looking for a quick kill.
Yeah. When Rusty gets his tail in the air.
Look at that shot. Beautiful. Just extracted that yellow away from the red. Rusty's looking good here for 4-0, Paul.
Oh, he's a little bit offside there. I think.
A little bit short on that one, but he does. He does have great cue power, though.
Yeah.
He can definitely get that cue ball working around the table for himself when he needs to.
Depending how straight it is, he might be able to stun off the cushion back into the sort of towards the yellow net.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's looking at just playing it into the middle.
Well, he's on it nice.
Yeah. Tight
angle though. Yeah. Now, if Ben's got any chance at all in this match, he's got to clear up here.
Yep.
He's been handed an opportunity. They're not difficult.
No.
Got an easy starter in the middle. Got a combo. 3 yellows down there. They're only tough shots to black, but the red's down on the cushion, so it's
a definite chance again for Ben.
So he's got to start taking these chances, like you said.
Very good cue, Ben. He's
big shot here from Ben.
30 seconds.
Knows if he doesn't make this, he's leaving that red, so can't afford to miss this.
and
Shouldn't do.
he's pretty solid on his potting. He's coming from a snooker background. So.
Yeah, I know. Just lost that cue ball a bit there though. He'd like to just stun that and been on that yellow near the line there, but he's now going to have to take this one in the middle first. Still okay. Just sort of losing shape a bit, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah, that's...
he's making life a little bit hard for himself where he doesn't need to.
He's got to find a ball to get on the black nicely.
Yeah, I think he'll leave this one over this bottom pocket last. Just drift out on it, black. Anywhere this side of the tail, he's fine.
Yeah. Should be alright.
Doesn't want to land too straight on it. Wants to leave himself a little angle to come around.
I think he'll be fine. He just come up the push a bit. That's it.
Yep.
Now flick it in with a touch of side. Land over on the side rail.
Yeah. You should just land right behind it here. Yeah, it just needs to give it a touch of side, perhaps.
Yeah, not much.
No.
That's about perfect.
That'll do nicely. Just needs to drop this in dead weight. Doesn't need to do anything with it. Spenny on the board.
3-1.
3-1. Needed that frame badly.
Meanwhile, this frame's still going with Robin.
Yeah, it's been a long tactical frame, this one. Rob's probably a slight favourite, Paul, because he's got the yellow covering the black down there, like Michael's got his 3 reds there, but what do you do to get on that black? Whereas Rob can sort of work his way around to it.
Yeah, I sense there's still a fair bit of pull left in this at this stage. The other thing, see, Scary's trying to bring some help down that end again.
Yeah. Didn't land exactly where he wanted it, but
Rob needs
he's got a red down there anyway.
Rob needs to probably do the same, bring an extra yellow down there.
Yeah, he could cut that yellow down there now.
Bit more fudge.
Nearly snoogered him. Probably a little bit of red sticking out there.
Yeah. It's a nice containing shot from Rob, though. He hasn't left too much for Scary.
No. Scary's desperately trying to get that red over to that side there a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't reckon Rob would want Scary to get that pocket. If he gets that pocket down there with that red, he's favourite.
Yeah, Rob definitely needs to get some help down that end. Oh, Ben's just missed a pot there. Yeah, I think you'll find Rob...
he could take the yellow into the black and push the yellow over the hole, or even just push the yellow down that past the black. Not quite hard enough though.
Might be a gap.
I think he's left a big gap there. Yeah, I can see from here, just looking at the table from off the screen, there's a massive gap there, Paul, if you look over.
Rusty's left himself a nice angle here to take these 2 middle balls and get behind the 2 reds.
Yeah. I fancy Scary to clear up here, actually.
Yeah.
He takes that other red off the yellow and clears the black out.
Yeah, definite chance.
I don't think he wanted to land on near the rail there, though. He doesn't want this red to go in clean. He wants to definitely come off the yellow.
Nice shot by Rusty.
Yeah.
It's a good clear up actually by Rusty. Played it well. Oh, he's just chalked the red.
Oh, Michael's plotted that red, but he hasn't extracted that yellow away, and the black doesn't look like it's on there, Paul. Looks like yellow's covering the black. What happened here on the outer tail? Rusty missed the red.
Missed the red. It was a long shot. He was bridging over the yellows, but just caught the jaw and Ben's in with a chance again.
Yeah, he's got to, like you said, take these chances against Rusty because you're only going to get a few. He was good enough last frame to take it and clear up. Just careful, he's bridging over that ball to make sure his shirt or something doesn't touch that red. That's a good shot. Probably pot this yellow and cannon that other yellow out near the rail. Perhaps knock it towards the middle, do you think?
Yeah, he could also stun behind it to land on it.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, I think problem is if he plays to kick it out, he's got to land on it too.
Yeah, but he's still got the one up the outer end there, which passes the yellow. So if he doesn't land on it, he's got that as a backup.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Scary's played a good shot there.
He's going to clear the outer end of the table up first by the looks of it. Or is he?
I think he needs to get rid of that ball because those last two down here don't sort of go from one to the other.
You fancy Ben to clear up here, Paul?
I'm not sure I like the way that he's going, actually. See, these last two balls don't really sort of link up that well.
That's why I thought kicking that yellow out was a good option, because if he gets a good result off it, it makes it just to clear up a little bit easier. Now you end up with two balls near the rail, and you have to make good position on both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
What I think he might end up doing is... he's looking at the angle. He can play the last one down the back cush sort of to cut it in or over, but against Rusty, you know, you don't want to leave him a shot because he'll come off 2 or 3 rails and land fat behind the black.
Yeah, he's got to finish here. He's just got to play it confidently, get behind these balls and knock them in, you know. Well, he's played for this bottom one. It's actually a pretty good shot, Paul.
It's a good angle.
Yeah, he's got an option here. Do I try and extract the yellow or do I get on it? I'm tipping he'll just get on it.
Yeah.
I think he'll back himself to make that. Like you try and extract it and it doesn't come out right, and end up with a much tougher shot. Yeah. Well, he's guaranteed he's going to be behind that yellow.
Not quite.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Needed he hasn't come up a little bit further.
Consider the double here.
Oof. Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's not my favourite shot.
No.
Especially when they're a couple of inches off the cushion. It makes it even harder.
I don't mind the doubles myself. But
yeah.
I'd be fancy the double more than that cut. That cut's not easy. I know you don't really need to do anything with the cue ball. Cue ball's just going to travel across and across the table, but I reckon the doubles as much chance as the cut here.
Yeah, he's definitely straight behind the double, but depends what he likes.
It's going to double, I reckon.
Needs to screw out off it if he plays the double. He has gone
Australia.
Nice double.
Well, that's one that got away from Rusty. He's had actually a chance the last 2 frames, hasn't he? And he's just made a little bit of a meal of it.
Yeah.
Ben's right back in this match now. He's got his teeth in it. So it's 3-2 to Rusty now. Rusty leads 3-0. Ben's fighting hard to come back.
So Rob's got a chance over there on the other table still.
Yeah, I missed the action on the other table and concentrating on the Rusty Ben match. Oh my God, what's that?
He's ran fat behind the black.
What happened there, Paul?
I think he's caught it a little bit thicker than he meant to.
That's a terrible shot, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
At this level,
It's only millimetres, though. You catch the ball just that tiny bit thick.
yeah.
You know, he's playing to hit the edge of the black and run down onto the yellow there.
Gee, Rusty's got a big break. Like, those balls absolutely... You can hear them split, pound everywhere there.
How tight's that black to the cush near the middle pocket?
Pretty tight.
Apart from that, the reds look pretty good.
Well, Rob Bowen's just handed Michael this frame.
Yeah. What a frame too. We only went for about, what, 15 minutes?
Oh, I think you've been generous there. It was longer than that. Felt like it was longer than that.
Yeah.
So he's just going to slow double this out and set it up.
Yeah, he's got the 2, so he's just chip it out.
Yeah.
He didn't want the right on the cushion. That's made this shot a little bit harder.
Yeah.
He's just took his medicine.
That's all right.
Yeah. I just dropped it in.
That's 1-1 over there. Just to state how quick Rusty plays, it's like they've reeled off, and Ben's not the quickest player, they've reeled off 5 frames, and Rob and Michael have only played 2. So I think we know which match is going to finish first.
30 seconds.
Yeah. Is Rusty going to play for a nudge here on the black? No.
No, not the way he's playing it.
You know what he's done there? He's deliberately moved that yellow so that the black will double.
Yeah, thinking all the time, eh?
Yeah.
That was a nice shot. One off the ball in the middle. Controlled it. Left himself on this red.
He's actually got a swerve. He's jacking up on it. He had to swerve to block that.
He's an unorthodox player, Rusty. He plays a lot of shots that other players don't play.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. Very effective, though.
So, how do you get out onto this red? He might be able to just come out a little bit and then take the red long.
You could perhaps play a bit of cushion first and come and slide out that way, but that's... Or just screw straight out. It's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit tricky. That's why I'm thinking if you just come back to near the, half a foot or so and play the red long. Like this.
Oh, is he okay here?
He's got to play it long, I think.
He's not on it in the centre. I think that's what I think he may be thinking trying to get on that in the centre, and then he was going to screw off it and promote the black, but can't do that now.
Too much what?
What did he say? Oh, well.
Big pot.
He has pounded that one in. That's a big shot from Rusty. Does this red drop in the middle? Nice. I mean, black drop in the middle, I mean. Oh, it certainly does.
Nice and easy, actually.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot tougher than that, but... 4-2 to Rusty.
Oh, what a shot from Rob Bowen there.
Yeah.
Rob Bowen's just opened everything up in one shot. Can we get a replay of that shot from Rob Bowen there, Dan? Just slid the yellow inside, moved. Have a look at this shot.
Oh, wow.
Opened everything up.
Awesome shot. Great technology Dan's got there. Able to replay shots for us. Yeah, he's opened everything up, giving himself a chance here. Not an easy run out, but Certainly opened him up and given himself a chance.
Yeah. He's got onto the bad one.
Yeah, just I think wanted to come across a little bit further, but it's got the cut here along the top rail, but should be able to drift out for the one that's down the other end. So he's playing it with side. He wants to. Oh no! Look at this. It's gone off.
Oh wow!
Come off that red. I don't know why he was worrying about going off the like into that red, because the black was on anyway. I don't know why he was thinking about moving that red or the black. Oh, yeah.
Not sure. Not sure.
Just a couple of errors have crept into Rob's game in the last couple of games. It looked like he had the last game sewn up, and then he made that real bad blunder, snookered himself, and now he's made another big bad blunder. And Michael's got a bit of work to do, but he's certainly right back in his frame now.
Yeah.
There's probably enough gap by that yellow to just push that red in there, whether he's still got 2 shots and to go game. That was a big break too from Ben. Don't know if anything goes, nothing down. Have a look at the reds. Apart from the one. We'll concentrate on the Michael Scary Rob Bowen game for a minute. Michael's got 2 shots.
It's a great shot.
You might need to waste one here, perhaps, Paul.
Yep.
What's he thinking here? Is he going to just push one up near the middle? Is he going to push it down the end? I'm not sure.
Ideally, he wants to stay behind this red here, but
yeah, it's a little bit tricky.
Rusty's on the hill here, looking for a quick pot out to seal the match.
Yeah, it's not what's happening there.
What's that?
Could be a time foul issue on that table. Just yeah. Michael's back at the table. There's some little issue there with the referee, but it's a little tricky here, Paul, because he wants to bounce it out, but he also wants to make sure he lands on perhaps that red by the black, closest to the black. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure what he's going to do here. He might even take it to the bottom pocket. In or over, it's that's not a bad option. Hasn't landed great though, has it?
Yeah, it's he's got a.
He's making hard work of this now.
Can cut the one near the black and come around behind the other one now.
Yeah.
Might need a.
I like that shot.
He's got to control it well, but
even if it doesn't come right around, he's got the middle pocket, the corner pocket. It's definitely the shot.
Yeah.
Just got to be careful bridging over that red down there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's almost
probably not ideal taking that red down there to.
Yeah, he's almost
on the
dead
black,
straight on this red.
Yeah. He'll just roll it in and take his medicine and then.
That's different.
It's still cut in the middle. Just needs to bounce out a bit off that red and leave himself an angle, and then he can just drift up past the middle pocket for the black.
I think he's still okay, but he would have liked to come out another inch.
Yeah, he's fine.
Nah, wasn't.
Oh. Didn't want to land by the rail again too, but it'll still be okay.
This is a tricky shot for Scary, and I think it all comes back to the shot before. He just didn't quite have good position.
Yeah, that's right.
And now it's sort of compounds as you go when you get out of position.
Yeah.
So
well, now he's playing this black at a fair distance.
Well, I've seen Michael knock in 1,000 of these blacks, though. He'll punch it in, stun into the side cush.
Yeah.
Screw into the side cush, sorry.
Someone's phone or something going off there just distracted him. Yeah, I like him for this black. Lovely curious Michael. Yeah. Down it goes. At 2-1 to Michael Scary. Rob Bowen, a couple of bad errors, Paul, the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's let him off there.
Could have easily been 3-0 to Rob.
Yeah.
What's happening here is Ben got his teeth in this frame.
Yeah, he took on a big double just before and nailed it. He's giving himself a chance again. He's got that one up the top behind the red that wants to land nice on.
If you want to let Jamie know, he can take over from me for a bit if he wants.
Oh, Rob Bowen scratched on the brake.
Did he?
Yeah. Hasn't opened them up hugely though. So
there's a miss too from Ben. Went for that yellow up the rail and
he's
just caught the rail. And
left Rusty horrible.
yeah, he hasn't. I think he's covered him on those ones near the middle.
I think it's a total snooker.
Could be, yeah. Looks like it.
Yep.
Rusty just tried to play a containing shot just behind a red there, and it's not bad. Hasn't left him a real lot.
Here's a shot for Ben if he doesn't fancy a pot. Ben, he can play the yellow into the back of the black, push the black up.
Yeah, that's a good option, Paul.
And he is playing it.
Yeah, I like that shot because gives him good control with the black there.
Rusty's going to try and get the black straight out. No, he's just covering up.
Yeah, 50-50 frame here. Ben's just looking at this yellow now, trying to come back down table, see if he can get on one of those yellows. No, not taking any chances.
Yeah, he's sort of.
Rusty won't hold back though. Well, try to cut it in and move the black and get on that red there.
Yeah, I think he was focused on the.
Oh, okay.
Do we know the scores over there, Dan?
3-2 to Clack and 2-all.
So Michael Redden and Jason Ramsden are 2-all, and Paul Clacker's 3-2 up on Dale Kent. They both raced to 5 as well.
Couple of good matches there. It's tricky for both players here. Both players have one ball over the bottom pocket, and
I think Ben's going to try and get on that bad yellow now.
He's tried to, no.
Depending if there's a gap behind the yellow or not. Ben could even pot Rusty's red here if there's no gap.
I reckon there's a gap.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a half ball gap behind the red.
Yeah,
behind the yellow.
I was just thinking that myself before, but then I looked at the tail. I don't think that's an option. What about if he comes off the rail and pushes that yellow over towards the other one? Just leaves Rusty behind where the yellow is now, and he's only going to leave him on that red.
If he gets it wrong, though, it's risky too if there is a gap. But if he gets it right, yeah, it's probably a winning shot. See this?
He's still got good coverage with the black, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh, okay. Trying to find Jamie Stevens to get him into the commentary box so I can take a break, but he's got in hiding somewhere. I'm sure he's around somewhere, but Jamie Stevens. I'm sure he's about the place somewhere. Always keen to get in the commentary box, isn't he, Jamie? Loves it.
Yeah.
Not sure what Rusty's looking at here. He's taking this red. Perhaps he's going to play that red under that yellow, like you said, Paul.
Yeah, I think he's looking at what's going to happen if he cannons the yellow.
He can screw down the tail to get on this red, but what about the black?
How good's this shot got to be? Not a big area to land in.
If anyone can get on that black, Rusty can. It's on you now.
It's a tight cut into the middle too.
Yeah. These are the kind of shots he likes, though. He'll give this a good crack.
I tell you what, that shot deserves some credit.
Look at that shot.
That cut into the middle was actually a lot harder than it looked on camera.
Yeah.
I was right behind it, and there was not much room for error on that pot. And he's got the pace perfect too.
That's big out.
That's a classy shot.
That's Rusty Wheeler, 5-2 over Ben Judge. That's the end of Ben's day. He's had a good day. Made the last 8, but to run into Rusty and hard man. I think Rusty's just about the favourite for this tournament right at this moment, I think.
Just goes to show you, Rusty doesn't get down to many of these short race tournaments, but when he does come, he always seems to go deep.
Yeah, he's a great player. He takes time away from you because he's so quick, you know, like frames just disappear so fast.
So that puts Rusty into the semi-finals.
Yep.
Oop.
Yeah, I fancy Rusty for this. I just think he's come all this way. He's bought himself Calcutta for a big amount apparently, and
Can Nick Hodges please come to the front desk? Nick Hodges.
Michael Scare and Rob Bowen, 2-2. Nothing quick about this match. What's Rob on here, Paul? He's on
the yellow.
On the yellows.
So he's got a thin cut here, and White's going to sort of travel around between the two reds, I think.
Yeah. Don't like that.
Didn't get out.
He hasn't played up to the standard I thought he would this match so far, Rob. I know the score's 2-2, but I don't know, perhaps I'm expecting more of him. Last time I saw him play, I was very impressed with the way he played, but he's just made a few blunders today, and he just doesn't seem to be at his best. It's going to be interesting to be at his best to beat Michael, because you don't win back-to-back Australian titles if you're some sort of mug of this game.
One thing about Michael, he's got a lot of fight. He
yeah,
won't lie down for you, that's for sure.
no.
I think there's a half-ball gap behind that yellow. The red will sneak in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Looks like it too, yeah.
Yep.
Take this red in the middle.
Yeah.
It's always awkward when you're bridging over, though.
Oh, horrible shots.
I hate them.
I've never heard anyone say they like bridging shots.
Even that just went off the jaw, so...
So you can only just see the top of the white to cue at it.
That red goes under, Paul. He's a big chance here. He could just drop this red in, land on the back rail, take that red under.
Might have a little bit too much angle to just drop it in, maybe.
I reckon he can.
Yeah.
Just dead weight. I played off the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did... Oh, you know, that's a good shot because he's opened up the other side now for the red to go in that pocket where he's moved that yellow from.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, I fancy him for this frame from here now.
Oh, yeah. Those
Player of his class, you don't expect him to miss from here.
Those three yellows down there are perfect link up for the black. Oh, he's screwed that a bit much.
Yeah.
Still all right. Just makes it a little bit harder, but...
Yeah, just done across. Use the side rail and stun back into the middle of the table.
Yeah, he's got to control this shot well.
Yeah, well...
There's a little bit offside again.
He is.
And it all comes down to that, back to that first shot.
He might consider taking the one down to the corner.
Yeah,
just holding the cube.
I think he might have to be honest.
Or can he take it and drift past the black, take the red in the same pocket maybe? I don't know.
I really think he's got to take it long and screw back over. I don't think he can hold off this. He's going to try and check it up into the black.
You know what? These check sides, they don't work. As soon as that ball hits that cushion, the side reverses and it goes the other way. You know, like
it was an awkward angle. That's why I say I think he had to take the other one long.
Yeah, I think the long one was a better option there. Well, it's a fin cut to the middle. It's a fin cut to the corner. Looks like he's going in the middle.
And the white's racing. I think with the middle, you're pretty much always going to have a shot on the black if you make the
Yeah. I prefer the middle because the cue ball's coming back in the right spot where you want it.
Yeah.
That's not there.
Oh, so close.
He tried to ride it with his knee, but... time for Bowen to step up. Needs to leave an angle on that one that's near the cushion to come out for the other one. Like, he can't leave himself too straight here after he takes this one out of the hole. He wants a good angle. That's okay, I think, because the cue ball can come out. That yellow's away from the rail.
Yeah, no, he's got a good angle.
Yeah.
I think if Rob can win this match, you'll get Steve Jamieson and Jason Foster both fighting over who's his coach, but...
Okay.
They've doing a bit of furniture rearrangement.
Yep.
Rob's got a good chance to take the lead here, 3-2.
Yeah, he's been in this position a couple of times, Paul, in this match, and he hasn't finished off, you know.
He's got a little bit of a dodgy angle here too.
Yeah.
Wanted to come out a bit more and hasn't. I think you can just top through off the cushion, but you got to play it a little bit.
I think he's just okay here, yeah.
Yeah, he's hit that really well. You couldn't have put it with your hand much better.
Doesn't have to do much for the cue ball now. Just drift forward a few inches and he's got the black in the middle.
Yeah. Played it well.
Yeah.
3-2.
That's 3-2 to Rob.
Nice shot of the room there. There's the other two matches over the back there.
Some of the boys are starting to get a little bit more inebriated now. Like,
What about this break? Potted a yellow, and they're looking very appetising. Rob could all of a sudden jump to a 4-2 lead here.
Yeah. Opening red, so you can take the red cut across into the middle pocket by the looks of it, or you take the long one. I'll take the long one and screw back.
Whew.
Well, these reds sit nice. The only problem may be the black might have to be extracted there, Paul, near to the yellow.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's on into the middle.
No, but he's got plenty of reds around to nudge it just a little bit. Take that red into the middle.
He looks like he's looking at a little plant and nudge the black at the same time here.
Does he need to?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But
I was thinking he could play this red on this side, and
he's got the pot, but didn't get the nudge.
he's still going to work out a shot to get that black moved a little bit.
Has he got an angle to cut this in the middle and come back into the black?
Yeah, I reckon he has. That may be what he's looking at.
Got to make sure he hits it on the. So he's still on the red as well.
Yeah.
He's over.
He's
cut it.
Got one part of the shot right, and
danger. Yellows are here.
Yeah, a bit of work to do on these yellows there. Like the yellow up there, the rail there, and I wonder if we just try and block him here, or he'll try and go out.
I think it does sneak under the red. I reckon Mick will be preferring to go out if he can. A little bit hard to get the cover from that angle too.
Yeah.
He's got the cover. I don't think that was what he paid for, but he'll take it.
I think he's thinking, well, I either cover or it drops in and I'll have a go. Sort of two-way shot there.
Yep.
Oh, he's put himself into favouritism now with the frame.
Big favourite. Rob's got to do something special to get back into this one.
Oh, he's just moved his hard ball off the rail as well.
Yeah, that's not it. What do you do now for Rob? Push the red down on top of the red and yellow?
Yeah, I don't know if there's any gap this side of that yellow. And he could push that red in the middle of the table down there. Like, just...
yeah, I think he needs something in there to block it.
Push it down there and then gradually sort of winch it in there.
Hard shot from distance as well to get the weight right.
Yeah, as long as it hits the back rail.
No, he's playing a yellow down.
That's no good.
No.
He tried to play it onto the red and pop the yellow and smother the...
Yeah. Mick with two shots here.
Oh, yeah. You're liking Mick for this frame.
Yep.
That's okay. Ah, good. Jamie will be here soon. Jamie Stevens, everyone. Everyone knows Jamie. 4 clacks now up 4-2. Yeah, we'll find out soon. This is about to be 3-all here. And Michael, I think he's still got 2 shots.
Yeah,
so
2 shots.
Not that he needs them.
I think he'll just screw back and play the black. Probably long, I think.
Yeah. Just come back and put the black probably in the middle. Or
depends how close he gets to the black.
Yeah, let's go straight in the middle. No wrist, waste 1. Beautiful.
3-all.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a break. Jamie Stevens is going to step into the box, and I'll leave you with it, Paul.
No worries, thanks, Jonesy. electric. So, welcome Jamie Stevens.
Thanks, boss. Good to be back on the front. I don't need one when it gets down on. So scary. I'd actually play some stretching up and I was 3-1 up and come back and play some very solid ball there. 4-3. Seems to play a bit of a grinding game at the moment. He's hearing a lot.
I was on mute, so you heard none of that.
There we go.
Amateur error. It's been a while. I was just saying that Scary seems to be playing a more grindy style of game. He actually cut break against me twice as well, which I was really surprised to see. And yeah, so I don't know. I haven't watched this match at all. I was actually watching Clacky and Dale Kent, and Clacky was 4-2 up. Had a big chance to win and butchered it. Still going.
Yeah, there's been a few chances both ways in these frames. One long battle frame that went for about 20 minutes.
Rob Bowen just overcuts his work there, but I think he's cut the red off, which I guess is a bit of a second prize. And you can actually see Tim Dixon in the background there. He has not changed his clothes the entire weekend. I'm not sure if he's been sleeping in the car or not, but he's still wearing that Priest t-shirt.
The vicar.
So I actually don't know who's still in the comp, Mikey, so you have to enlighten me.
You got Mick Reardon over there playing Jason Ramsden.
Mick Reardon?
Yeah, he's playing Jason Ramsden.
The new king of fitness. He's in the comp.
And then you got Clacky and Dale Kent.
Oh, that's a bad shot. And did he? I actually just took me off that for a sec. Did he foul him?
I did not see. And the other one who's already through to the semi is Rusty. He beat Ben Judge.
Yeah, right, eh? So it's actually Joel Young was 3-0 up on Clacky and then lost 4-3. I'm not sure. Apparently Clacky played awesome once he got tied to the table. So Pikey, your tactical call?
Yeah.
Grindiness, it's
There's
back
been a few
again.
of these.
And to be honest, I think the reason this is happening is I don't think the tables are playing great, like open.
The one thing, Jamie, I think talking to a few of the players, the cloths have played quite heavy.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
And I think the rails have killed the white a bit, and that's actually what's made conditions a little difficult as well. It is quite warm in here, so I don't know whether it's just a bit sticky and the cloths, sort of dampening up a bit, or what the story is, but definitely not as quick as what they've probably been in previous years.
Joel did say not long recloth them, so...
Look, the cloth looks new on most of the tables, but yeah, definitely playing a little heavy.
Yep.
And the rails definitely haven't been replaced because they are moving around a little bit as far as speed consistency goes, but everyone's got to play under the conditions.
Yep. As far as the venue goes, great.
Yeah,
The tournament's been awesome.
Overall, they're fine. It's just you just need to make a few adjustments.
Yeah.
a little bit of cat and mouse because obviously pocket control with the red, but the yellow there just brought into play to allow the bust out.
You know the other thing too, the score line.
Yeah.
This is a crucial frame.
Absolutely.
Neither of them want to go 4-3 down.
It's actually good to see Rob Bowen going deep in the comp because he's never actually done well. He's failed in every tournament. He keeps getting knocked out first round or whatever, but he made the state side last year. I thought he had a pretty good carnival. In fact, I think all the starting big guys had good carnivals, and I reckon he might have actually found a new gear for himself to perform in tournaments. I don't know if he'll be 100% happy with that shot.
A lot of this game does come down to confidence, you know what I mean? And sometimes getting that one result, making your first state team, or getting deep into the tournament, can
I agree with you, mate.
Be all you need to take off.
Well, exactly right. You know it's possible, so then the belief kicks in.
Yep.
Scary's a lot of people are probably thinking, what's he doing there? But he's desperately wanting a ball to blast inside these reds to free up that yellow, which is absolutely obliterated. But Rob is having none of it.
He said, could be a fair snooker.
It's not a good shot, that. Tell you what, mate, you might be right.
Yep.
You might be right, actually.
Yep. Cam's granted it.
Possibly the one up near the red.
Cam's granted it.
No,
already.
I reckon that needs to be looked at. Actually, no way is that a foul snooker. I reckon Rob's just. Rob has not had a good look at that himself and got involved. Actually, it can't have been granted because he just belted
Yeah,
him.
he did just play it.
The one that Dan's pointed out, which none of you guys could see at home, was the yellow that was on the side rail near the red. I'm pretty sure it was okay to hit both sides.
Yeah, it would have just been blocked by the one yellow.
Yeah.
And that's, you can't be blocked by your own ball.
That's it. So once again, you can see Scary. He's not willing to try and attack the game and open them up, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's decided to play a little more patiently this tournament.
Might see Rob play a little delicate chip in behind the red on the cush.
Agreed, and he has. Yeah. It's a good shot. This is the only downfall when you play those little safeties like that, is if you don't consider what your opponent's going to do in return, you can get yourself into worse trouble. But it looks like a pretty easy escape. He's got to be really careful here not to leave the white ball where it is, where the yellow is. I think he's got away with that, and the reason I say that is to get a cannon off the red into the red and yellow that's stuck together. That white ball had been a little further back. I think the angle would have been there on the ball and the bulk line to get into him.
Yeah, Rob desperately wants an angle to get into that bad red.
I don't think there's been timers all tournament. I know, mate. Actually, I know myself and Scary was a slow match at the end, mine, and we both slowed down a lot under the pump and trying to find the right shots. Got tactical.
He's been a long time on this shot, hasn't he?
He has.
But
I think all he was trying to do was work out the cannon, and he's actually got a good opportunity here. So he drops this in the middle, picks the gap between the black and the two yellows. He's got the red at the top left, and then he can stun into the two balls on the right side rail. So I think he's actually found his path. It just took him a while to map it out. He's hit that well. If you're going to hit it bad, like if you're going to not hit it full, you want to hit the high side as we see the screen, not the low side. You're going to end up snookering yourself. And he's missed the pot.
He's got second prize.
What a result that is. He puts his hand up in apology, and on the inside he's making cupcakes and eating them fast.
And
sure he'd rather be at the table than not, though. And I think this pot's clean, doesn't it, without going in off?
Yeah,
he's playing plain ball. He's okay. Yep. He's missed the pot.
It.
Probably deserved to miss one. Now, I've got to say, he got down on that way quicker than what he has been for most of what I've seen today. So he either knew straight away what he was doing. I don't think he's meant to hit the red. I think he tried to slide past to go up the left side.
Yeah, I think he's got to drop this in the middle now, though.
I don't think he's got a choice. Tell you what, though, he may not have to get the cannon on the yellow anymore. Like, if he just drops this in, he's got the ball in the middle of the table long.
It's curled in on him.
I think it might have moved on him a touch.
Rob Bowen with a golden chance here.
What's your prep been like, Pikey? Have you put some time in leading into the start of the year for the tournaments, or have you just winged it?
No, I'm pretty casual with it at the moment, Jamie. I'm not breaking any records.
For practice hours? You're not doing a Brett Rogers?
I'm enjoying the social side of it. It's I think I've been playing like you for 2.5 decades or more.
It's hard to maintain the practice, isn't it?
I always say I wish I had the passion I had, when I was 18, 20 now, but it is what it is. I'm just enjoying the game for what it is. And
my personal practice routine goes something similar to this. I rack the balls, I break them, I miss about 8 pots, eventually pot all the balls, tell myself I'm awesome, turn the light off, back to cure way. And I tend to do that about once a week, just to keep fresh.
Yeah. No, you want to be at the top, you got to put in the time in this game.
You do.
And that bloke out there, Michael Skerry, has certainly put in some time over the years.
Yeah, and he was putting in time as well, leading up to a match that he was supposed to play against Roth that got cancelled, and he probably stopped playing after that. Who knows? But it wasn't that long ago that match was supposed to happen, so he would have been putting time in leading up to it.
I actually copped. I had to play him in a league match, singles league match, and it was right about that time. And he said he'd been on the table solid for 2 weeks training for the money match.
Yeah, he was keen.
And he destroyed me in the singles match.
Roth was playing flat out as well with Jaden, and they were both very keen. It was. Yeah, I'm not going to get into it. I'm still hurt about it. Anyway, it's life.
Yeah. You want a hug?
Yeah, I do, mate. I really do.
Yeah.
Cam Lawless with a drink in his hand. That's a rare sight.
Yeah, I think he's having a good time, Cam. Actually, I think a few blokes have had a good time this weekend.
I actually had a couple myself last night. Not too many. Had the drive.
Been a really good tournament. 280 odd runners, I think.
Yeah, good numbers.
A bit of something for everyone. You got the women's knockout, the $100 knockout, the mixed doubles, the novice comp, Blancs comp. Something for everyone.
Yeah, it's my feedback on that. It's good to have all these little things, but I think there's just a bit too much going on at the moment. They're never finishing. They're getting played today.
Yeah, the scheduling maybe needs to be looked at, but I do think it's good to have something for everyone, because otherwise you wouldn't get the numbers to these tournaments that this has got.
Probably needs to start a bit earlier, if anything. Yeah.
I think that is the problem with these, having such a large field. That's why the races have got to be so short too.
I like how these... for me, the first 2 rounds are dodgy. They're best of 5. No one likes best of 5s. Best of 7 just feels better. And then we're in this quarters now, and it's best of 9. Gives you don't really have too much excuses if you lose. There's a really excellent chance you've got opportunities in race to 5 at least, especially in these conditions. And even there's an example here. The balls they're not flying everywhere every break. Bit of clusterage, just creating sort of a slightly more negative play. Good shot there from Rob. He's just banged that in. Hear all the UK guys screaming foul.
Oh, Jason Foster and Steve Jamison are on the couch clapping.
Oh, their hands or?
Like you say, he really has sort of come up a gear, I think,
Yeah, I think he
in
is.
the last year or so.
I don't think he wanted that in. He's got awkward queuing at this yellow. How do you go queuing these balls, Pike? You can get to the centre of the white ball.
I'm pretty much play it the way Neil Robinson would, just bang it in and screw back into the cluster. And
Open everything up and go again? Yeah, that's fair.
Nah. Yeah, no, it's awkward when you can only sort of hit the side of the white, especially on a long shot.
I think you can hit the centre here, but it feels horrible when you're queuing the centre of the white, and there's a ball next to you. You've got to deliver the cue that straight, and a lot of people will have a little bit of a flick of the cue.
One thing I saw Michael Skerry doing practicing years and years ago, he was queuing through a ring to practice queuing straight.
Oh, yeah.
He had a ring sitting on top of a smoke packet, I think, and
it's actually a very good idea. People at home, if you want to see if your queuing action's going straight, it's not a bad idea. And there's a few. They've got lasers and all sorts of inventions these days that help with queuing actions and make sure they're straight. I don't use any of them because I don't want to see the laser going all around the room, which it absolutely would. I'd blind about 8 people just with me backswing. He actually probably wanted a fullish contact there.
Yeah.
Like not too full, but enough to push.
If he had got a half ball kick there, they could have come out beautifully.
Well, you would imagine he would have kicked the yellow into the red. The bottom of the 3 reds would have just come down a little bit, and he probably would have been on it. He's got the backup double.
Complete.
Did want that in, and that's not good enough.
Left a gate. There's a gap.
Gap called by the super coach Kev Harvey. Just lingering in the background there, just adding his words of wisdom occasionally.
And he does have many words of wisdom.
Does. Reads the game possibly better than anyone in the country. Other than JR. Oh, that's a bad shot. Just a side. Trying to play it with sort of drag side, and he just...
Skerry does have options for opening up that cluster with that red that's near at the back of the pack.
Yes.
If he can get down there.
Yes, Richmond. So Kev just wants everyone to
I think Kev wants the mic.
I think Kev just wants us to let everyone know that cricket season's about finished and AFL's just around the corner, and he just wants to remind everybody who won the premiership last season. I'm certainly not upset with that result. And also, if you'd like to make some free money, guys, the women's AFL's on, so just bet the unders every game. You will win more than you lose.
Oh,
what a shot that was. I think he's.
I don't think he meant that.
I actually think he did.
Really?
Yep, I actually think he played for that. I could be off my head, but to me it looked like he was sort of trying to pull something off like that. I didn't think it went direct.
Either way, it's a great result.
Now Rob Bowen's facing a bit of a challenge.
A lot of a challenge. You know what I like here, Jamie? I like getting down behind the yellow and black here and playing yellow into black and put the black up near the yellow up the top.
I like it. a lot better than the shot I was thinking,
And yeah,
which was stupid.
because I just can't see the out here on yellows.
Well, I'm just screwing straight down the rail and trying to get on the ball.
Yeah.
But it's such a hard shot to execute, and that's what he's tried to do. And as you can see, hasn't been executed properly, and he's probably in a bit of trouble. Although your shot's
He
there,
probably still
Viking.
can play my shot.
Yep. It's got to be thin though, this, and
Yeah.
he's got to give it a bit. So
Wants to hit it half ball, sort of.
I think he wants to hit it thinner than that. That's why I think he's got to give it a bit. Because you actually got to overcut this yellow quite heavily to get the contact on the black, which means you do have to hit it hard. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with. He's seen it. That's a good start. He's played your shot, Pigo. As I said, just not enough.
A little bit firm, yeah.
It's in the area.
It's in the area.
But
That's it.
it's gettable. But his white's good. So Paul Clack has got up 5-3. He absolutely butchered frame 7 when he was 4-2 up.
Oof.
Obviously lost it, and then he's come home with the goods.
Who was that against? Dale Kent.
Dale Kent, yep.
Yeah.
And that's a good tournament for Dale, and a good tournament for Clacky, and he's still going. I think Clacky's best result in a tournament is a runner-up at Geelong one year to James Mifsud,
Yeah.
if memory serves me correctly.
What's that? Clacky.
Clacky lost to James Mifsud in the final at Geelong one year, I reckon, at the White Horse.
Yeah. He was in semi at Berry many years ago, I remember.
And he also has an Australian title runner-up as well. So he hasn't actually got the big one yet. He hasn't got any chocolates.
Certainly got a lot of accolades though. What, 7 Australian teams or something?
Got tons of credentials and tons of
Might
ability.
be 8 Australian teams, I don't know.
It's actually, he might actually be the best player in the country to not win a major tournament.
I remember watching him one day, Breakers it was, I walked in and he's run the rack 4 in a row. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that doesn't appear to get phased by the morning match. There's a lot of us that do. He doesn't seem to. He probably gets up at 6 a.m. every morning.
Yeah, 10k marathon.
I don't know if he's a runner. I don't think he runs, Clacky. But he looks like a fit unit. Actually, he does own his own company for railway procurement, I think it is, where he gets staff. But I know sometimes now then he has to go and work at a shift himself because someone's got sick and he couldn't find a replacement or whatever. So he might have had to lift the sledgehammer a couple of times in his life. Hard work, that rail stuff, if you're on the hammer. It's not something I want to do.
He actually did go away a while back, didn't he? Working somewhere in the outback or something, wasn't it?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, many years ago.
Anyway, Scary is having a dip, I think. This red doesn't look like it's on. Actually, I'm just looking at the table, it's definitely not on. It looks like he's going to have to play a double. And if he does choose to play the double...
Nah, that red's on, Jamie.
You reckon it's on?
That red's on.
Yeah, think
100%.
I am definitely just not with the times right now, Pikey. To me, that just doesn't look on.
Yeah, no,
It looks to me like he's got to play the double.
100% on.
And you are right, again.
Getting back to this black though, Jamie.
Well, we're going to find out very shortly whether where Rob played it is good enough or not. I mean, it's better than it was, don't get me wrong. I just still don't think it's good enough.
It's tricky though because with the yellow in the way there, like...
Is there a gap past the red or does he flick it when he's potting this? Like, it's very important that he gets low on this so he can get up the table.
It's a little bit...
Yeah, he's good. That's a good shot.
Now he can flick...
Now, let me ask you something, Pikey.
2 rails or 1?
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you try and play the direct like he is there, or do you try and go more side and go underneath off the back rail, and that way it opens up more?
I'd do it the rusty reeler way and go in and out of balk, sort of come around the black.
It opens up more lines if you do that, but I think it's a harder to execute shot. So, and he knows he's got the luxury of overhitting this too if he just plays the thinner way because he can go to the middle, and that's exactly what happened.
Oh, Chinese snooker.
No, he's partial. He's okay, I think.
Nah, he's all right. He can get it the white here.
So this is an important frame, and Scary has got it, and we are on the hill for both players. Final frame. Scary seems to be playing a few of these today, and he's come from behind every match.
Hill. Just a Coke. Thanks.
Anyone that's watching the stream and they have my mobile number, can you just message me? Oh, never mind, we're back. Okay, we just lost all viewers there for a minute, but it must have been a glitch in the matrix. Just Google Analytics being dumb. Stupid technology.
Wonderful technology, Jamie. Sending it out to the world.
Stupid technology when it doesn't work.
And if you peer into the screen, on the screen at the back, you can see a screen in the back of the screen.
You can too. Actually, that's the first time they've done it this year, and I like it. I think all venues, if they have a tournament and the streaming's on, they should hook up their TVs. And I think if any venues have TVs that aren't smart TVs in their venue, they need to look at an upgrade and replace them. Smart TVs are amazing for, well, you can put anything you like on them, so it's great. You just need internet.
What a break.
That's a very large break.
That's the kind of break you want.
And this is what I mean. He hasn't been breaking aggressively all day from what I've seen, and then he's just gone crack.
What do you like, Jamie? Yellows?
I do like yellows. The opener can potentially be dodgy. The only reason I like yellows is because of this red on the bulk line here on the left side. I don't think it goes. Scary said, I'll show you how it goes. I'm going to take reds. I'm going to get on it. I don't know, man. Either way, I think he's got a bit of a tricky opener just because of being on the rail and the angle.
He may even have the angle to top straight through and get on it first shot.
Or cannon the yellow low? No.
Look at this.
Underhit it.
Didn't quite get there.
It's tough though.
What about this? Rusty Wheeler style, pot this corner red, swing round off two and get behind it again.
Yeah, I like it. And if you cannon the yellow, you're perfect. So what Pike is saying is pot the bottom left red in the corner with running side, swing around the angles in between the black and the reds, and if you can cannon the yellow on the left side there that's just outside the bulk line, well, that's happy days.
Looks like he is playing it.
I think he's hitting this a bit too low for my liking. I think you need to be, oh no, yeah.
I
reckon he sort of adjusted his spot on the white when he, it looked like he was aiming low and he had to sort of play it with, like let the white run rather than...
Is that yellow in between the black and red still on? Ooh.
Good question. Gut reaction says no.
Well, Rob's had a straight look at it.
But I did get the last one when they were sort of like that completely wrong. So it's probably on by a mile. Does look tricky though.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kev. So, actually, just to give a quick shout out, probably already been done, but I'll do it again. If anyone wants to get to a tournament they've never been to this year, Townsville Open. There's a whole plane load of guys, about 8 to 10 of Townsville guys came up to the tournament for Geelong this year.
Yep.
And they've got the flyers out. They're trying to get numbers boosted, get some better calibre players up that way as well for the prestige of the comp. So, regardless of your ability, have a think about Townsville. And I actually tell you what, I love Townsville as a place. Real good joint.
When's that tournament? June? May? When is it?
Oh man, you put me on the spot now because I should know this and I don't.
I've got to.
I think it's middle of May sounds
somewhere,
about right.
somewhere around May, June.
We'll get the exact dates for you folks, and
If not, just Google it. You'll find it on.
yeah, it'll be on Facebook. Probably just look up Townsville Open. Good shot there
He's
from Scurry.
overscrewed it.
Yeah, he's overcooked. A bit of adrenaline kicked in. 16th to 17th of May it is, folks. I actually, you know what, I don't know that Scary did actually over-adrenalise that. I think he timed it better than what he's been timing most of his long balls. And so he's just got in a bit more action off it.
Maybe it was a reverse kick, Jamie.
Reverse kick where it speeds it up. You know, you would have almost preferred a cannon the yellow and like have something.
Can he nick it into the middle off the yellow? How good would that be?
I don't think that's there, mate.
He's looking at it.
I don't think that's there.
He is looking at it.
I just don't think he can get enough throw off the yellow.
Yeah, he can't get enough pace into it.
Yeah,
He's playing it though.
I just don't think it's there.
Look at this.
Yeah, it wasn't there. I liked the attempt, but I just don't think it was there.
It was a big shot, but
Like, you would have had to hit it twice, maybe 3 times harder than that to square it up. Now, Rob Bowen. We're back on this yellow, Pikey, near the black. Is it on?
they're all on, Jamie.
They're all on. Well, then he should just be going bang, bang, bang. At 4 all, it's easy.
I might run over the other side and have a
Have a
see.
quick look. So Rob is, you can just see his cue and hand sticking out there on the bottom right. He's having a real good look at this ball, and his facial expressions are telling me it's really close.
I'm going with it's on.
Pikey reckons it's on.
You've got to get nice on it, but it is just on.
All right, well, it's going to he's going to transition to it in the next 2 shots. So you know what's actually even more horrible about that, Pikey, is he's got to try and land like sort of where that yellow is, just below it. That's in the middle of the table, and it's tricky to sort of get there. And when you had a look at it, Pikey, do you need to be more low or more high? To be honest, like, can you be like, say, a foot below the yellow that's in the middle of the table?
It's one of those that you've only got a mil either way, you know what I mean? So I think ideally you probably want to land high so you can just run into the red a little bit. But
Well, he's on the shot now. Like, this is the shot to basically land where he wants. So he drops this yellow in long. He doesn't. Maybe he's got too much angle, and the camera's not telling us. Actually, yeah, he's got too much angle on it. So I reckon this has just got really dicey.
yeah,
Even more now.
stun in and out off the cushion.
Has he got? Can he screw into it from that angle? Has he got too much angle?
Too much angle.
I don't think the sun off the bottom rails. I think that yellow, the other yellow that's on the table, creates too many problems for that.
I think he has to. Like, I don't know, he's landed.
Oh, he's going to come. He's going to try and run through off 2. And yellow comes into play,
No,
and that's actually.
horrible.
Yeah, it was a bit of a nothing shot. Like, he hasn't even hit it hard enough to like give himself a chance for anything to happen.
I think he tried to come around behind it, but
Yeah, agree. Tough spot he's in now.
half ball off the red. Open everything up if you miss.
I reckon he's gone here. And that red goes.
Yeah, the red's on anyway, so
So he's actually got to do something because everything's on for Scary.
yeah, the only shot I can see is, off the red and into the top corner.
That's got to be thin. So Mick
Reardon,
Mick Reardon is in the semis. 5-3 or 5-2 he won. Look at that, Mr. Fitness. He gets on the treadmill for a few days and suddenly he's making semi-finals of tournaments. Potentially beyond. Is Tem still in?
No.
No. Who knocked him out? Didn't he? He flogged Alec and then.
Tem played. Who was it?
Oh, what an effort that was. That's something. His left is real tricky. I don't think, honestly, you could have asked for a better result than that. Now, if I'm scary here, Pikey, I'm playing the face cut double, screwing off it, and trying to come off the bottom rail with right hand side and trying to get the white ball sort of near the black.
Fair enough.
That's my shot here. You know what though? You could probably just cut the red down past the yellow and land like that. So that's probably smarter.
I'm trying to find a shot here, like a safe spot for the white. And
Well, I think just above the black is pretty safe. Because you look at the transition you've got to make from one yellow to the other if you want to go game.
Yeah.
It does have another option of flicking off the red that he's closest to and putting it on the bottom rail. And I think around about right side of the table, about a quarter of the way, is probably not a bad spot. He's looking a third of the way. But he's definitely spotted the shot I've suggested.
Yeah, this is not simple.
Oh wow, he's done that. What an effort that was. I did not even see that shot. That is a super effort, and he probably deserved a better fate.
Danger. Does the black go?
Yeah, I reckon it does.
Inside the red?
I reckon it does.
If it does...
a little bit of jaw usage, but this is thin, but I think it's very gettable.
It's got a nice angle to get back up table here too.
He's going to play this with some side, mate, to straighten up the white.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Jeez, I tell you what, he couldn't have put that much better with his hand. That's a great shot. And he's just got a little bit of angle coming down table, but he can get into the white enough to screw across, so he should be all right.
I'm just not sure whether it goes inside the red or not.
Well, if it's not, you know he's just going to stun this in and play the double. That's if the double's there. Maybe
I was
the
going to
jaw's
say
in
the
the way.
double's on the jaw.
So potential dodginess to still happen here in this frame. But I think it goes, Pikey. I think his biggest concern here is deep screwing enough off this because he does have a bit of angle. He's going up and down, okay. Wow, what the hell is this? That is a poor shot.
That's horrible. Triple?
It doesn't matter what code you come from, that is not a good shot.
And apparently it wasn't on inside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mate, you can land up on the top nameplate.
Yeah,
that's how badly he's played that. So here we go, big shot coming up, Rob Bowen for a spot in the semi. And he has got close. Oh, how's his wide again? Nah, Scary's a big chance. He may not go game here, Scary, but he certainly may put himself in a position where Rob's in huge trouble.
Tell you what, he's only got half a pocket for this red too.
He's got to give it a bit too. Can't just drop it in. Yep. Still lots of work to do here.
Yeah, like you say, he might not even take it on here.
Nah, that's right. What do you reckon, Pikey?
Mate,
do you drop the little snooker in here or what?
This is where, you know,
do you push the red to the far jaw and get the snooker? If you don't get the shot right, you leave a chance of the top rail into the black, play it off the red. So there's a risk attached to it.
Yeah,
the other options I see, and I don't know how easy this red is in the middle, but it looks a little tricky, is play this ball in the middle, screw off a side rail, play the double as a shot to nothing to land on the right side rail, and then flick the red in. He's played the shot I've said.
Left him across double.
This is tough. He may not even take this on, you know.
Well, you reckon just chip it?
Yeah, but chip it enough to put the white ball on the left side rail, but up a bit further.
I don't think you'll find him chipping it, but
You reckon he's going to have a full-blooded go at this?
because if he chips it, I mean, Scary's got the red there later to move the black. Like,
I think you can move it, like bring it out enough.
There's really no safe place to put the white though.
Well, once again, I look at transition, and if you put the white ball sort of near the jaw, he hasn't got it. If you had to put the white ball near the top left jaw, yes, he's got the ball in the middle, but the transition from ball to ball is not simple.
I tell you what, that's a good white.
It's not bad.
Bit of pressure on Scary here.
There is. Does he play the full table double? So double to the top right, get a good wide on the bottom left side of the table here.
Does he take the middle red long, or does he cut it into the middle, or what does he do, Jamie?
Or does he try and play just the shot to nothing? Well, the same shot I've said, but let the white run and get behind. Well, sort of get the white where it is now.
Does he chip the bad red out and try to get the snooker? He is playing this ball. Jacking up on it.
It's got some nuts attached to it, this shot. What a great pot. But unfortunately, I don't think that's any good. I think he wanted to come through more so he could run the white off 3. I don't know if he can punch this in.
Does he still just play the bounce out snooker? Oh.
Do you punch this in and try and clip the red so that way you bring it out? This is tough. He's straight down on this though, so he likes it. This must be easy. This red looks hard.
Tell you what.
Well, he's looking at it like it flicks in, so...
This is thin.
Yeah, to me it looks tough. Yeah, reckon he's trying to flick it off the red. That way he makes it on.
This is really tough. It's thin.
Up and down, maybe?
It's gettable. No, you can nick it in, but it's thin.
I can promise you now, Pikey, if this was me that had to play this shot, I would never clip this thin enough. I would hit a quarter ball by accident, trying to not miss it.
Yeah.
And then the white ball would land on the top rail by accident, and I'd leave a tough shot on the black by accident. Oh, this is a big shot coming up.
This is massive.
How much money's on this potential shot too?
He's going up and down, Jamie.
Yeah, I think this is a shot. Look at the white ball. Look at this white ball. And I'll tell you what, Pikey, this is the spot I suggested to put the white 3 shots ago. And give Rob Bowen the shot. And now, Scary's got to play this shot.
He's just going to nail the full table double now, Jamie, isn't he?
I have said this so many times. Michael Scary is one of the best half-ball potters I've ever seen, but this is not one of those shots.
You know, if this is me, I try to pie the black to the cushion.
Pie it? Yeah, this is hard, because I think the in-off's very there.
You can play the black off too, like the top onto the side, but I think he'll take it on.
I'll tell you something else too, Pikey.
Come over the crowd.
When he went up and down, he didn't commit to it fully because he overhit it.
You can hear a pin drop in the room,
we can hear the background music now.
You know what he'll do? I reckon he'll punch it into the bottom right corner and screw into the rail.
I think he will too. He plays these shots really well. The problem is he's a bit close to the rail. He's got to jack up a touch. And he doesn't like it. And if you overcut this by mistake, the white flies straight off and you look like a goose. Tough shot. It looks in off.
I'm playing safe off this all day, James.
I think my safety on this is smash it, try and pot it. It's a tough safety as well, Pikey.
Oh, yeah. What about hit half ball onto the left side cushion, the white goes into the balk?
Yeah. As long as you don't leave a straightish double, you know, where you can get the white ball back to the bottom cushion, or top cushion.
Yeah, he's jacking up, like we said.
I think he has to play it. No, he's played your shot, Pike. He played that safety deliberately, but he's overhit it. That was a very good attempt.
Nice white.
Yeah, very good white. It's not over yet. I like how he played that shot. He's just overhit it like a touch.
And this is not easy, this shot
No,
either.
this is very missable. I'll tell you the key reason this is so missable is where Scary's put the white. Got a very good white. I'm not sure if the in-off is in play here, Pikey, in the middle. I don't think it is. I think he's going to hit the side rail before the middle. Actually, this is pretty thin, isn't it?
Yeah. Can also play another safety here. Just bounce the black up onto the side cushion.
This is so much harder to cue when you're hard up on the back rail. That really, for me, is the key element to this shot that he's played, Scary, is he's got that white ball hard up on the back rail. He's missed it. There's the in-off. No, he's got a good result. Sometimes you just need a little bit of luck.
You've got to bounce this to the side cush, don't you, Jamie?
Yes, and I do like the way Rob played that as well. He didn't smash it. He tried to play it with conviction. And a lot of times if you catch the jaw like that, they will spit across to the top left side rail or the bottom rail.
Yeah, he always knew the white was running back up, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he played it well. Well for missing, if that makes sense. It's close to in off as well, so I do wonder if it did go in off if he missed it, because he did undercut it. So
he's just playing this to the side cush, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, he's
past
over
the middle. That's weird. This is dicey. It's a tough shot. Very.
This is
missable.
gettable. This is gettable.
It's gettable, but very missable.
What's your strike rate? Put 10 of these up in a row.
My strike rate on these, it varies day to day. If I'm deep in the tournament, my strike rate on these is probably 6 or 7 out of 10. If I'm just at the start of the tournament, it's probably about 1 and 2 out of 10. I'm not gonna talk shit and say that I get this 8 out of 10 when I'm playing awesome, because it's a very missable pot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's missed that badly. How's his luck?
No good.
Not this time.
Oh.
Actually, this is dodgy too. I'm gonna say he gets this.
Half ball.
Yeah, it's exactly
Middle
half ball.
forward.
We know how good a half ball cutter Scary is. But it's when he screws off them though. This is a rolling job, so.
He doesn't want to catch the back jaw and it bounces out over the middle.
I reckon this is very missable, but I think he'll get it. I'm going to make the call that he gets this one.
I reckon if he does miss, it'll be the front jaw.
Front jaw. He's going the double. Oh, he's going to cut the corner. What a shot that is. Once again, Michael's Scary. Balls deep on that pot. And I made a comment. None of you would have heard it because it wasn't on stream, but I made a comment. I said if I was going to buy someone in the Calcutta, it would be Mick Scary, because I know how much he's been playing, whereas most of the guys haven't been.
So the matchups will be interesting in the semis. We got Rusty, Scary, Paul Clack, and Michael Reardon.
Michael Reardon. Jeez, I tell you what. I think if I'm like a couple of those guys, I'm hoping I get a couple of the other guys.
Oh, mate, I don't know. They're all... no easy beats now.
There isn't, but I know I'd rather play some than the others.
Yeah. So we'll just take a quick break before the semi-finals.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. We'll be back.
Look at that number go up there when I get on the show.